Hello, everybody. Welcome to another exciting, dramatic episode of City States of Klovisa, -- The God War. Featuring our very own Discovering Team, also known as the Thursday Group. How's it going, Thursday Group?
Awesome, I think. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
We might be about to die, so that's fun.
it's always fun,
Ah.
isn't it? You guys want to go around the table, talk about what we've been doing this week, or just jump straight in? Fuck it.
Eh.
Alright, well, Runt's being awfully quiet. Kushim, you're looking fly in your robe. Revik,
Thank you.
how are you, Revik?
I woke up an hour ago and I'm ready to go. I'm ready to pass
yeah.
out. Let's do this.
You don't have a dog behind you for once. That must be
Oh.
exciting.
You can see her tail. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Does have a
Oh,
dog.
there you go. John, also known as Zero. How's it going?
It's good. I think my boss finally figured out I want Thursdays off, so we're chilling.
That's pretty good. Guys, I
Yeah.
have news. I have this fucking huge-ass whiteboard my work just sort of gave me. It's great because I can draw on it. I don't know whether that's coming out because my lighting situation, I only have like 2 light sources right now. So I'm casting a
Quality's
kind
kinda
of
garbage,
shadow
but-
on it.
I can sense a lot of trouble coming from that whiteboard later, but I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to seeing
It's
what
fine.
it get
It's fine.
incorporated.
You know, I can, do a little... can that be seen? Not
Just
really.
smiley face.
I'm gonna need to
The
invest in some markers or something as I make this gimmick work. Good one.
There you
Stone
go.
tablet.
I have another. Oh fuck! That's gonna destroy. Oh, maybe I can turn on a lamp, guys. We're doing some lighting retech. All right, that. Oh, that kind of works. Now you can.
Ooh, intimate.
Oh shit!
There's a fire. Sorry.
No, I have.
John
this...
destroys his computer, part 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
All right, fine. Who wants to give us a recap?
Graphics card made of wood.
My water cool. The water just fucking boils and explodes in Texas. Here.
Welcome to the brand new genre on Twitch, People's Houses on Fire. You've seen bathtub streams, you've seen beach streams, now welcome to House on Fire streams.
Just throw water at a wall. Who wants to do the recap? Let's hear it. Let's see it. Any volunteers? Any at all?
All
I
right,
volunteer
but
John.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to think about what we did last week.
I don't think we did anything, John. We
No,
safely
we
made it back to
went to a dungeon.
Tulst.
We hung some sleeping, bed rolls in front of some statues. Watched one of them get incinerated immediately, right? After discovering that the darkness spell was a giga OP, overpowered spell, some might say, in this situation. We had our friend Nav stroll through our DM's traps, absolutely not giving a fuck. We stole some power sources. Our undead friends did not want us to have those. Huh?
And you did not steal them at all.
We attempted. We
There you
took
go.
them from their sources and turned off the trap,
There you go.
and then really wanted them. After which, we had a tiny party struggle on whether we should stay and help our new friends, Grimir and the Legion, right? Yeah. Or to ditch them and live another day after spotting some epic beast, probably CR 18 at the lowest, just, put the fear in us. We decided living was a good choice. And I think we're planning on going somewhere. Anywhere, probably.
Anywhere? Anywhere at all?
Back to Death Street specifically.
Well, from my notes, I have you guys. He says, not having his notes ready at all. Fucking. What a clown this DM is.
Boo fool.
We met up back with the people.
Yep.
And then we were on our
Yeah,
way
we
back.
went into our vehicle. Oh, and we stole some person. Luna?
I
Is that
believe
right?
it's
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
tank.
yeah, it was
We
Luna.
we didn't. The,
Well, she was too weak
the-
to fight back.
Whoop. Did.
no, not even the group. It was squad leader McGee, Mr. Nice Guy. I must save people. Decided I'm not gonna let this person starve to death. Wah. She's
Yeah.
friends with the undead, but I don't care. Wah.
Does anyone
And
remember
decided to
his
kidnap her.
name? I never wrote
Yeah,
his name down.
I do. Hang on, let me open up.
I
Let
lost
me open up
track
my
of some
notes.
names. I know your
McGee,
driver
apparently.
is Schmitty.
Yeah, there's Schmitty, and then there's Schmidt.
And
His name is literally it's
What?
Doran Schmidt. So we have
Oh,
Schmitty
Doran.
and Doran Schmidt. Yeah.
Okay, Doran, my boy. I was wondering who DS was, but like I have a very tiny notebook I keep notes on.
He's our supposed squad leader for this mission, and we've all just not paid attention to him at
Yeah,
all.
fuck him.
Yeah,
like,
you ditched him, right?
Yeah, he's an asshole. He cares about people, right?
I know,
random
right?
strangers that he's just picking
Exactly.
up.
What
What's
an
next?
asshole.
You're gonna find like a homeless guy? Is he gonna bring him on too? Fuck this guy. You're on like a mission here to stop gods. You can't get weighed down by morals or human integrity or compassion.
Exactly. Sometimes a couple kids
Yeah.
die. You know how it is.
So,
Oh,
it is the morning of the 9th of February, also known as Spring Swirling. Later today, several thousand miles away from you, half of the political team will be incinerated by their own spells and being a shit, I suppose. Alright, guys, with that
Must have missed that episode.
foreshadowing ahead, you guys are staring in, or I guess you've already boarded your armored personnel carrier, and you're heading south. Let me bring us to Vedestri regional map. You are in this northern village up here. Man, I am super zoomed out. I love it. There we go. You are in this section. Yeah.
Hey, is there cloud cover in that town?
No, apparently
no. This is the town without any cloud cover at all. You can see the brilliant blue sky, and to your south, east, and west is all of the grody, terrible overcast weather that constantly threatens to rain. And as morning breaks, John needs to roll a dice. And later
This is actually
today,
interesting.
it will begin raining.
Can we go to like the center of that circle above the town?
The center
So there's
of
a circle in the cloud gap, right?
No, to
It's
your
a-
north
oh.
is just clear sky.
Okay.
Almost as though the trees themselves act as a border for all this cloud bullshit.
Got it.
It is pretty weird though, isn't it?
It's a discovery team. I'm intrigued.
What do you ask the sky, Kushin? How do you investigate this?
Not sure. Looks up at the sky for a
You
minute.
you contemplate.
Got nothing.
All right.
What you looking at, buddy?
Begins to rain. There we go.
I'll tell you what I'm not looking at, friend Rund. Clouds. Why aren't there clouds above here? That's strange.
You know, if I didn't know better, I'd have to say it has something to do with bad bagels and their enchantment over the land, perhaps. I did learn that was a thing. Could be possible that that ending in the clouds is perhaps where their power ends.
Oh, I think Fresnov came through here, right? If she's anti-vampire, she probably anti-magic the clouds, right?
Also possible.
is it something she could get rid of?
Well, we've seen her summon a giant pillar of fire, and we know that she absolutely abhorred the bad bagel, so putting two to two together, it would make total sense for her to be the reason why. That the clouds were a protective cover for vampires to not have any sun, and for Fresnov to want to, kind of break the sun in, so to speak. But that's just a theory.
Yes.
game theory.
Fuck off. I assume you guys just start driving. What is the path in which you wish to take?
Oh yeah.
Are we gonna go the old Merry and Pippin route of the closer we are to danger, the farther we are from harm? Just shooting through the fort straight south? Or are we gonna take the long bitch-ass route away?
I think we shouldn't take the long route, because the long route is where we came through, and it's possible that we were definitely seen on our way here at some point, because we were chased after by. So they're gonna start following our trail. So heading back exactly the way we came, which is the long way, is a bad idea. So we should probably do something along the lines of like maybe cutting through, like this, and trying to skirt around these forts as best as we can and avoid them while heading back to Destry. So something akin to that.
Okay.
Not perfectly like that, but yeah, that's my
Take
idea.
a middling route.
Okay. So we're gonna cut through the center of the territory of Drissel, trying to avoid fortresses that we know are there, and stick to the plains, it looks like, for maximum speed.
Yes, sir. We've outrun them once. We'll do it again, hopefully.
Okay. Is there anything you guys wish to talk about before debarking on your journey? You do, in fact, have a passenger with you who says she doesn't want to go. She has a duty here to her people and is actually being kidnapped for the sake of her own life to what the guys, well, to what the squad is saying.
I feel like Kashim would talk with the squad leader and say, "Friend, what was your name again?"
Doran looks at you and says, "My name's Doran Schmidt. You are Kushim, the Bugman."
Okay, friend. I may not remember your name later.
That's fair.
Friend Luna says she does not want to go, that she has a duty here.
She's
I think we should
literally
respect
about
that.
to die, and is probably delirious.
Well,
But this is a moral conundrum, isn't it? This is like what's good for somebody, but then taking
Yeah.
away their agency.
He nods. I agree.
how
It is, isn't it?
sophisticated, friend Revik.
Yeah, I mean,
Look, guys,
I don't know if either of us is the right now, Kushim.
I heard
We're
some
at
of
war.
you-
We've been committing
yeah.
war crimes.
Yeah, I've been hearing some crazy shit recently. Maybe, you know, you
Past
don't,
is the past, friend.
why don't you just step down from your soapbox there, Mr. Bugman? You're tall enough as it is.
Oh, that's a good point. I was unaware. I'll use mold earth and step down a little bit.
Good. So now instead of 7 feet tall with the horn, you're now like, 6.5 feet.
Yeah. So now looking up at him a little bit, is this better, friend? What was your name?
Anyway,
friend, I pull on his sleeve now.
are you gonna get in the APC or before the rain makes all of our terrain muddy and we're gonna have to push this motherfucker out of a ditch, or what's going on?
I have to say, I think we should let her stay. She has a duty. She wishes to die in this way. That is up to her. We all
Yeah,
would be lucky to choose how
totally.
we can die.
he nods, and completely ignores you, Kushi. Doran
Okay.
Schmidt.
Kushim will continue,
seems-
but
yeah,
feel
yeah.
free to ignore him.
Kushim continues to protest, but, Doran has made the call, and as actual squad leader, and you guys are just sort of people he's attached to, he's not actually taking orders from you guys, he's gonna do what he feels is right, unless he can truly be convinced in some whatever meaningful matter he has, at least. Runt, you don't seem to care.
Runt will just kind of say to Doran, well, if what you really want is to go against someone's wishes,
Yes.
I guess. Alright. I guess you can be the one to explain to your friends then why none of their bodies were properly taken care of. But hey, that's your problem, not mine.
My buddies?
Her buddies, the undead buddies that we talked to in the temple.
What? He just looks at you.
Yeah. Well, I tried to explain on the way back that the whole reason why we were gone in the first place was we were surrounded by some very surprisingly gentlemanly undead creatures. They led us to a temple of Hephaestus, who is an asshole, by the way. And long story short, she was part of taking care of them and helping them, and taking
All right,
her away.
he's gonna interrupt you at one point. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, okay? I'm driving you places and making sure that if, you know, a bunch of horse dudes show up, they don't kill you all immediately. Now, I get it. Look, I understand. You have principles. I have principles, too.
I don't.
You
I wasn't
don't?
arguing against you. I was just explaining what was probably going to happen and trying to warn you. I wasn't saying you shouldn't take it.
Okay,
I was
cool,
just
whatever. I don't care. I see someone I can help, I'm gonna help him. He looks at you, Catman, who just made a barking, scoffing laugh. What? You got something to say too? You suddenly a moral agent?
No, I just, you know,
Okay,
you
cool.
got the job to do. Keep doing it, friend.
Understood.
Denies moral agency. I love it.
Yeah, hell
Are
yeah.
you a moral agent? Nope.
Fucking zero. He's here to do something. We just haven't figured it out. Revik, you got something to say?
Cook KFC.
Seasoning.
Seems like we're done arguing morals. Can we get him the car?
Well, I'm sure we can bring her back once she's feeling a little bit better.
Yeah,
And we,
totally.
no, we were gonna bring the kids back, right? At some point, she can go with them. Oh, why are you shaking your head, Ron?
Run's just slightly looking down and shaking his head, but he will not respond.
Ron, what do you? Ron. It's just like Revit. He puts on his gloves, like pushing. Ron, what's wrong? And you know we were already heading off.
Yeah,
Alright.
okay. You guys are driving down. Now, John has to roll 2 checks. One is for terrain. Guys, terrain, not always good. And you guys are off-road. You're in It's like... So I continuously describe Destry as like a Ren Fair that just got a little bit too serious. And, you know... Peasants tied to certain bits of land. They have roads to keep everyone, you know. They have like dirt roads, some stone roads. But you guys are like off-roading. And this vehicle, although, you know, high-tech in this, you know, territory, can't always fight the ground. So we're going to see how bad the rain... I just dropped my percentile dice. I'll find a new one.
Time to go mudding, brother.
Yeah, you guys are
I
going to go
get a
mudding.
yee.
Yeah. There it is. Let's use a matching set. And then I'm going to see how Destry has responded to you. Or specifically Fresnos. Okay. Ground, you know, it hasn't actually been raining that hard, nor has it been raining that long. Ground, rather firm. Rather good for you. But as you drive... I'm one off from a fucking encounter. From a combat encounter. God
Yes.
damn it.
Let's go.
You schmoove quite quickly through village, not stopping, I assume?
Unless someone gets under our wheels or something.
Jesus Christ.
But what if they need help? Maybe we should stop. You know, I mean, we helped Luna. We could help someone else here.
Schmitty, the driver's like, am I stopping at this village or not?
No. Keep driving, brother.
I heard no.
But what? Why? Why?
You all know a fort's coming. Schmitty goes southwest, heads to another village, gets within about 1,000 feet of it, and calls back again. Are we stopping? We're near 2 forts, I think.
Hey, brother, keep on driving.
Alrighty. Hopefully they didn't spot us. And then you guys begin zigzagging. 66. Alright. So you had wanted to go in, like, this direction, yeah? Through this, like, glade. And then down here. And then, like, over here, right? That was the route? I feel like that was the route.
Yeah, looks about right to me.
Alright. So, Schmitty's driving. And then, as you guys ignore this next village entirely, getting within a couple thousand feet of it, but skirting around it, you know, there will be some figures that you guys can see kind of just off in the distance looking at you, unable to do anything. When over here, somewhere in this clearing, it's like 12-mile clearing, no, even less, like 5-mile clearing, you will see some flags. People on horseback in the rain, trotting in your direction. Schmitty stops for a moment, since they are still several thousand feet away from you, and you all can potentially avoid them, but what are you guys doing? They have probably noticed you. You're in a big fucking car in the middle of the plains.
We have a gun on this car, right?
Yep.
Gun shouts, Schmitty! Get the gun ready, brother!
The squad Torin himself is like, oh, it's finally time for us to do something. And he shouts out, brother, now, what do you want the gunner to be called?
What gunner?
I think you got it.
To have Schmidt in it somewhere, right?
Just brother Schmidt.
Schmidt.
Let's call
Just
him
so that
David.
everyone's a Schmidt on this fucking car.
Gunner Schmidt. Doran
Fuck it.
Schmidt and Gunner Schmidt.
Gunner Schmidt himself gets on the gun. He pops the top of your roof, clambers up a metal step, and basically half of him is within the APC now, half of him is outside getting pelted by light rain, and you all hear machinery start. What is your goal here? Are you guys just gonna blitz through and be ready, or are you engaging in combat?
I think Run
Really?
is basically going to pose the idea of if they begin to approach and don't attempt, like if it's just standoffish, like they're not approaching, they're just watching us, then we'll wait maybe a minute or two and see what they do. If they begin to approach, it's full on engage time and we just gun them down.
Do we have any way to contact them? Like yelling loud?
First of all, are they? Do they have the Fresnel flag, the burning star? Can we clearly identify them? Is basically what I'm asking.
So I said they
Before we-
have flags and banners, but they would have been rolled up. It is raining. So you can see like this massive lance that just has like a bundle of cloth on it. But it's pretty safe to assume that these people in the territory of Fresnoth are probably working with Fresnoth. Right?
Okay, just want to make sure we don't gun down people that we don't need to. You know, try not to be too evil.
The village knights, actually.
The village with their
We're
knights.
militia rebelling!
yeah, exactly.
Are they,
Yeah. So basically, wait and see if they charge, we charge. If they don't charge, then I guess keep moving, and then if they chase after us, also gun them down. Is my plan.
You had something, Ravi?
if we don't want to hurt them, we can just run away, right? And then we can.
Yeah, totally. You can
Yeah,
definitely
so-
outpace a horse in a car. But
Oh,
right-
ramming speed. No, I'm just kidding.
We're having speed with a horse into a car. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
How many car powers is their horse?
Shut up.
Probably like
Oh, man,
1/800th.
We don't have a way to like communicate with them from afar, huh? Anyone have to?
Yell be loud.
Yeah, no one has a megaphone, but they are approaching you.
Thaumaturgy? Anyone?
You don't have a cleric anymore.
Damn it.
What is it exactly that you'd like to do, Rivik? As Rum returns to his other accent.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm making it canon now that he just speaks Southern when he wants to.
Rivik says, well, it's been my experience that when people walk towards me aggressively, I usually return fire. And there's a lot of people walking aggressively towards me, but I have no way of telling them that doing this will hurt them.
Well, I think the fact that they're in a vehicle and they don't have a vehicle and they can clearly see like a giant gun on this vehicle, that's like their warning. And that them continuing to approach is like that weird mountain man how, like you said, shoot first, ask questions later.
Alright, hey, Gunner, Schmidt?
Am I opening
Gunner Schmidt?
fire? He shouts.
No, warning shots! Warning shots!
Warning shots, and by warning shots, I mean aim directly at them.
They're
At
out
the
of,
ground!
they're
At the
out
ground!
of optimal range, sir.
No, that's fine, that's
Jordan
perfect.
quickly shouts
That's-
out, "Ignore
that's
them! Listen to me!" And he looks to you guys. Are we engaging or not?
Yes.
Ah, fuck.
Schmitty! Full speed ahead.
Oh,
Torrin
God.
says.
Okay, guys, non-lethal ammo only.
It's called less than lethal ammo, not non-lethal.
God.
I need to put on some tubas, guys. This is gonna be a stomp. You guys are in a fucking armored carrier with a mounted machine gun against mounted level 1 fighters. Alright.
Right
I guess you could
Valkyries
say
to
we
just
are the
slaughter
men behind
these
the
peasants.
I'm just gonna roll to
Well-
see how these guys react as suddenly Schmitty starts playing a local Tolstian station. Fantastic. It's like this weird mix between metal and pop. Like hip-hop pop. It's super weird to us in real life, but these guys, unsure what they're actually looking at, begin to approach, and then they get within 900 feet, which is disadvantage shots from the gunner. And he starts
900 feet.
900 feet, yes.
Okay, cool. How many feet does the car move in a round?
It fucking goes fast. I need to look it up, actually, to find out.
Because a
That's
horse has got 60, I think. Well, a
Yeah.
war horse.
Exactly, yeah. This is not gonna, like... Guys, this... Literally, Schmitty could drive around in circles and, like, warthog them down from Halo. This would not
That's what I
be a
was hoping
fight.
he
You
would
guys
do.
are-
That's what I'm hoping he would do.
Alright, and that's just is gonna be what happens.
No, well, I mean, unless they start retreating, right? If they start retreating, we got no
Well,
reason
we
to
can
chase them
chase them
down.
down.
Well,
We will
why-
chase them down.
Well, why will we chase them down, right?
So like as a player, I want to allow the fun. But I feel like I have to come up with some excuse for Kushim to be like.
Well,
"Why
Kushim,
isn't he
you
doing
need to...
anything?"
All of you need to make strength saving throws to hold on to your seats as Schmitty goes combat speed.
Hey, do they haven't invented seatbelts here? That's what's going on. Oh, man.
Kinda, yeah. Everyone's just holding by their seats, their pants.
Oh, that's a check.
Can I give advantage to my friends?
Him Humbler, I believe that's the equivalent of a strength save for you. It's your warlock.
For me, yeah.
So you can keep that. 22,
Working on
20 is
it.
a pass. Runt.
Oh,
Well, Brood, you get slammed into somebody. They make a poison roll. But I don't think it matters. Your head just bops them and they're like, oh, shit!
well, I'm sorry.
Runt fails, goes flying in the seat. Yeah, Dorn catches you like you're a baby almost. Do you have a moment with Dorn Schmidt, this guy who seems to just be rescuing people?
He looks into his eyes glittering, and he gives a couple childish blink blink before patting him on the head.
Okay, cool. Kushim, you are just gripping the part of the roof and part of your seat, trying not to fall out as Dale Earnhardt Jr. basically just starts going as fast as he can and starts going in circles in a left motion to strafe these horsemen who have no ranged weapons.
And Gunner.
Yeah,
maybe we should.
Gunner,
I think they're done.
Gunner guns them down. It's literally just a matter of time. The horses are probably going to get hit first. And then the knights are going to fall. And then Schmitty is going to drive closer.
Are any of them try and surrender?
How can you tell? You're inside an APC. Only Gunner can see. Schmitty can see front and left a little bit. But he's just literally just going in circles around the squad. You're in an open field. This isn't like some crag you're being ambushed in where they have the advantage. You guys are just spectators to a technologically different, like, differential slaughter, basically.
So I have a question as a player and a question as a PC. Can I ask my player question first?
Sure.
Alright, so does the XP split between all of us?
It does not split for this. This is no threat to you. You're not even engaging.
Alright, and then as a PC, I guess Revik says, you know, we could probably do this to all the towns around here, provided they don't have, like, a vehicle, and then that would probably weaken Fresnov's army too, huh?
Runt will shake his head and kind of go like the whole reason why we're even doing this, as fun as it is to make sure that none of Fresnov's forces get back to here with this information that they've seen us.
You guys are shouting this over gunfire, by the way. And eventually that shooting will stop. The vehicle will become stationary for a moment and slow down. And Schmitty will shout out to you guys, "Are we confirming or are we moving on?"
Wait, do any of them look like an officer or something?
I don't fucking know, man.
Schmitty, I would feel bad without burying these people and taking all their belongings.
Understood. And Dorn's like, "Hang on, wait. Are we worried about this? We've just opened fire. Like, those gunshots are gonna ring out. We're not too far off from a fort."
I agree. Like, we don't exactly have time to. The whole point of this is that we're quickly trying to get back to Distry, and this was to make sure that Fresnov didn't hear back from these forces after they saw us. So let us be quick about this, and not stop and confirm.
That's why I was thinking.
Kushim is just writhing in his seat.
Yes, Kushim, you seem like something's wrong.
We should stop in with the village and see if they're anti-Fresnov.
Alright, it sounds like you guys don't drive closer to check the bodies or loot them. Is that...
That is correct.
Or are we 1-1? Revik wanted to loot them. I know that. So, Kushim and
wanted
Zero...
to stop if someone looked like they had orders or something. And important people. If they were just soldiers on patrol or something, ditch them.
It sounds like you'd have to investigate.
Yeah.
So does that mean Zero wants to get closer?
Should we put it to a vote? Just like investigate versus just keep going?
You carve a discovery.
What happens in the event of a
Let's
draw?
discover what they had on them.
We flip a coin.
I guess.
Kushim?
I mean,
Kushim
yeah,
has
it would be
not
up to-
spoken.
yeah, it would be up to Kushim.
I mean, so Dorian. I mean, okay, well, he's gonna be pulling on Dorian Schmidt, be like, "What, Dorian, friend?
Yeah, what's
friend,
up?
I forget your name. What are we doing? What? This is senseless. Come on." That's too animated. Friend Schmidt, friend.
Yeah?
This is not needed.
You
This
made
is
the call.
unnecessary.
He just says.
Did I?
Somebody
I
did.
suppose the past is the past.
Alright, with that settled, John still doesn't know what the players want. So.
Alright. Well, I guess we should get going then, right? I mean,
Okay.
Well,
I mean, I feel like we just opened up this town, and if we leave this town, we're never gonna come back here again. But
well, I mean, it's up to you guys, because if Rebek and Zero both want to check it out and Run doesn't, and then I guess Kushim either abstains or votes for, he would have to vote against, he'd have to vote in favor of just leaving in order for it to be tied. So if Kushim just kind of abstains, I mean, it's really up to Kushim. Whatever he decides is what we do.
If you mention burying bodies, Kushim will see that as a decent thing to do, and so surely that must be done.
Yeah, so it sounds like people want to investigate then, John.
Alright, you guys drive closer. Doran Schmidt will be the first one out with his squad to secure the area and the perimeter. And it's not a pretty sound that you guys come out to. You are hearing dying horses and injured people who are knocked prone on the ground, either thrown from their mounts or buried beneath them, or at least partially.
okay.
There are five horses and 5 riders, all having been discombobulated. And I guess John will roll a percentile dice. Oh, okay. Well, you guys get out, and one of the prone dudes begins to stand up. Not dead at all.
Mm-hmm. Well, we surround him. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Kushim will go right up to him.
Alright, yeah, he's gonna make an attack roll against somebody. He draws a longsword, screaming out in anger and pain, having just been pelted and bombarded for like 2 minutes with gunfire.
Well, as that's happening, Run's going to shout out, "Restrain him!"
You shout out in the back, you cower around, so it sounds like Revik, Zero, and Kushim walk straight up. So I guess we're just gonna do a 1d3. Who did I say first?
Revik.
Kushim
Alright,
was last.
Revik, he's gonna make an attack roll at you.
Okay,
What's your
cool.
AC? That's a natural 17.
16, so he hits.
Yes. He's
Ah!
minimum damage. He deals a total of 4 slashing damage, cutting.
Ah!
I
Listen.
suppose you all get your actions.
What's wrong with you? And I slap him in the face. Oh, I'm sorry. Can I make an unarmed attack roll against him?
Hmm?
Okay, I think it's strength. I'm not sure, so I'm just gonna roll strength.
He is wearing chainmail, but his hat will do it.
Okay. I just slap him in the face for 1 point of damage.
Yeah, I guess he makes a con saving throw.
Yeah.
What's the DC?
12.
That's a natural 1.
Alright, cool. And he's poisoned now.
Awesome.
All right, Kushim, Zero. Anything you'd like to do?
Yeah, grapple him.
Make an athletics check.
I'll also grapple him.
All right,
Disarm
make
him, maybe?
athletics checks. He's doing his at disadvantage.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's
poison.
a 14. Ah!
Ooh. Well,
Wow, 0. Not that strong, but fucking Kushim over here. Yes. Kushim, he gets the better of 0, then you come in and I suppose put him in a neck hold or something? He
Yeah, I
cannot
mean, Zero's
move.
there and he's setting it up. I couldn't have done it without Zero.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Definitely
he's
didn't get
gonna
batted
stab
away.
you now, Kushim, since it's his turn in this non-initiative order. For a natural 18. Oh, he's poisoned. Wait, it's a disadvantage. For a 14 to hit you?
14 will not hit.
It won't hit.
No,
He's
it doesn't.
poisoned. He cannot truly fight back. He's shouting at you in common. You understand him. You guys are invaders. You're killers, murderers. How dare you? And cowards, no less.
Probably.
You just whisper, probably. What are you guys doing?
Yell back.
Kushim, can I lend me your rope? I'll tie him up, and then maybe you can go spare the dying on any of these people.
Okay. I don't have that, but I will say okay to that.
Okay, cool.
And yeah, there's some rope on my back or
Alright,
something.
cool.
It's in my bag. Crawl in and get it.
I crawl into his backpack and digging around, and I hop back out with the rope.
Zero, are you doing anything?
Tie him up.
Exactly. I wanted to yell at him, drop his weapon, or you will die.
He's going to keep attacking. Fuck you, man. Kushim, he swings again. For a natural 10, will not hit you.
Okay.
Uh,
I restrain him with to take away his fucking sword.
So let's talk about restraining a living person.
Yeah.
In
He's
real
sick.
life, it is not easy.
He's grappled by Zero, and how about I just take away his weapon?
Yeah, you can make a disarming attack. If you were a fighter, this is a actual thing you can do with no penalties. But for you, Revik, you are targeting his hand with something. With what?
I can't just wrench it out of his hand, like just with a strength check.
He's stronger than you. Normally, no.
Yeah, but he's poisoned, and he's restrained.
He's poisoned,
And
yeah.
restrained, too.
He's not
Got him
restrained,
pinned.
no. He is
Yeah,
grappled.
he's grappled.
His movement speed is 0. This means
Okay.
basically nothing to a fighter, which he is. He's poisoned, yeah, so he has disadvantage. Is this not like a save every turn for poison, by the way? This is
No,
just
it's for 1
right?
minute.
Yeah, I thought so.
So
Zero's making idle threats, but not acting upon them. And Runt is just watching this. Doran Schmidt is just hanging out with the squads, watching you guys try to wrestle this person, even though none of you are proficient wrestlers.
Use my
or-
giant's might and become large, and then take the sword from him.
Okay.
yeah, can I help
With
him?
that, Zero, please make me a, I suppose, athletics check. Just a normal
Okay.
one, because normally I'd give you disadvantage for this, but now that you're a size bigger than him, I'm giving you advantage.
Hang on, I think my giant's might on strength saving throws. Never mind. I just wanted to see.
Are you
It gave me
size large
some.
now or not?
Yes, I am size large.
Okay. Unfortunately, a 20 does indeed beat his natural 12, going to a 15. You, grabbing his hand, stop him from using his sword for a moment, and then you can pull it out of his grip.
Now you are disarmed. Would you like to not die?
He's gonna punch you in the dick.
A disadvantage.
Yeah, disadvantage. What is your AC?
19.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Um,
You
no.
dodge out of the way of the cock strike.
Am I allowed to do things other than just watching as I see this go
I
on
don't-
for several seconds?
Yeah, you can totally do something.
Okay. Runt will see all this happening, and he will look at the squad behind him, and he will look at the rest of the corpses, or I suppose some of the half-dead people around.
Yeah,
and
there's
will,
a couple people who bled out, but you know.
go and check out on them while everyone else is currently busy.
You're just going to the bodies you see? There's 4.
Mm-hmm.
Do you care
Yeah.
about the horses that are wheezing their last breath? Which you
Not
mercilessly
particularly.
gun down. Oof, okay. We don't care about animals. Anti-PETA stream, everybody.
Interesting.
Yeah,
We don't
I guess
care about the
so.
animal.
Revit, Kushim, and Zero will just dogpile this guy, push him over, and I guess bully him. Like assholes. You guys are.
He could choose to die, or.
Yep. That is what he's doing. He's
Alright, well, we're
honorable-
choosing not to kill him.
Well, we choose to kill him probably later.
Right.
Well,
Out of the
anyone
other
else
4,
dying?
only 2 people are alive. One of them is just on their back, hanging out, looking at the sky. Not even at 0 HP. He is just hanging out, not doing anything. There's a horse on top of him. The other one is stable, but is injured.
Alright, Runt will walk up to the one that is living, or rather that is awake.
Yeah.
He will just kind of hunch down next to him and say, "Hey, how's it going?" It's very
He's
casual.
basically, yeah, he's basically a Theoden right now from Lord of the Rings: Return of the King. He asks you, "Where are the riders?"
Unfortunately, they're all taken care of, and not in a good way.
Oh, how unfortunate.
Tell me, what is your name, warrior?
Don't ask me this question. You tell me his name.
Chef.
Right. His name will be Thoradin.
Thoradin. Alright, cool. Thoradin looks at you and just kind of keeps looking at you for a moment, seeming to be in that dazed state of like, oh shit, I just got gunned down for like a minute and I'm somehow alive. The horse that I raised for 5 years is now dead and on top of me.
Runt will
And does
point.
not respond.
Runt will point at the unconscious person and will say, "Do you know who that is?"
He cannot see who you're pointing at.
No. I suppose he will try to describe that person to him, trying to see if he can basically garner a connection of who is that person to you.
Dilly Dally, my nephew's son.
And would you like to keep him alive?
Is he still alive?
There is a chance he may be. He may soon bleed out, but I have the opportunity to help him and keep him alive if you give me what I want.
What do you want, you pathetic hobbit?
Okay.
Runt will just kind of move towards his face and just kind of do the Slav squat right next to him,
That's fine.
and we'll say, and we'll just look at him in the eyes and say, "Tell me, what is Fresnoth to you?"
Thoradin needs to roll a 1d100. We're gonna use some green dice for this. No, we're not. Fuck the green dice. Yes, we are gonna use the green dice. Run, is high good or high bad?
High is always good. Low is always bad.
Alright. She has kidnapped my grandchildren and is forcing me and my family to fight in defense of the realm. How the fuck do you think that feels, you outside ingrate invading a once peaceful land? If you could kindly go fuck yourself, that would be very lovely.
Runt will begin to think. And all of those things you said are true. But tell me one last thing before I let you go.
Oh
What do you
yes, I am going to be going with 2 broken legs. And not going to drown in the mud once the rain picks up. Understood. You are a most graceful shitter. You know that, do you?
Runt will chuckle at this. And will say, yeah, I do know this. I have been told it several times, in fact. But
Okay.
please answer me this one last thing before I leave you in peace. Who do you think the rightful ruler of this place should be? From an insider's perspective.
With how well your mother sucks dick, probably her.
Runt will laugh. And then he will take out. Then he will slowly take out a dagger.
Alright. Do you want to stab him in the neck?
Whoa,
and
whoa,
kill
whoa,
him?
whoa, 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 whoa,
And,
whoa,
and he will slit his throat. But he will do it very quickly.
You
and
can
then he will just.
do it quickly. Everybody sees you kill this man.
That's fine. He's not trying to do it. He's not being like, ooh, ooh, ooh. He will just do it, and he will then close the guy's eyes.
Okay.
And then he will walk over to the person who is unconscious.
Yeah,
And he will examine them.
they are unconscious.
Are they also stuck under a horse, or or are they just actually laying on the ground? Do they appear as if though they could actually live?
He was thrown
everybody
from his
unconscious,
horse
actually?
entirely. Kushim, Revik, and Zero would have bludgeoned the level 1 warrior to unconsciousness by now. He fought until unconsciousness, and I suppose somebody could kill him if they wanted to. Because he's making death saving throws now, at this point.
Okay. Revik is gonna start molding earth for bodies.
Alright. You begin
I'll loot their
making...
pockets.
Instead. Sorry, coffin. Not coffins.
Alright, Zero is now,
Just
like, throwing chainmail away, having to disarmor people, tough their equipment to get at their pockets beneath. This is going to be a several-minute process. Revik, you begin mold earthing.
Yeah.
Loose earth becomes looser and muddier as you begin to uproot it. Worms get carried along, unfortunately, with this. Do you eat one?
Once upon a time, it would appetize me, but right now I'm not very hungry. Just look at it.
It
It's a past world. It's a
Yeah.
past world.
Runt, the person was thrown from their horse, not buried underneath it, Theoden style. He's just face down in the mud. Probably having some sort of broken bone somewhere, but, you know, he's in armor. He's been shot at until he was no longer alive. Well, you know, probably hitting the earth after the horse died and knocked him out.
Does he have a sword on him, or do they? I suppose I don't really know their gender with their helmet on.
Do what?
Do they have a weapon on them, like a long sword still on their hilt or something to that effect?
Yeah. They have long swords as sidearms. They had lances, but those were lost several hundred feet away.
In that case, he will pull the sword from their scabbard and plant it into the ground next to them.
Okay.
And he will then slowly remove their helmet,
Yep.
inspect them. And
It's
then
a young man. Named
He will.
something.
He will.
Dilly Dally?
He will whisper. He will whisper under his breath. Sorry, but business is business, and he will do the same thing. And slit.
Alright. Runt is executing people. Kushim has made a discovery. It seems.
Kushim did not like that. Kushim will remember this.
Alright, we're gonna confirm the others if we're just taking this guy. Doran shouts out, and then two guys will sort of volunteer themselves to go to the probably dead people and just shoot into their bodies to ensure that they are dead as well.
Whoa.
Oh, now we're doing this? Okay, fuckers.
We're gonna bury them.
Hey,
If they were alive, we're burying them. So don't worry. Like, you don't have to shoot into the bodies.
I think you
okay.
have morals, or you don't.
At least
Like,
if they're gonna
Kashim, I
shoot, make it a
understand,
one clean one,
obviously.
you know.
Kashim is like definitely not into this, but he's never been into this. Mr. I want to commit war crimes frogs over there is now having second thoughts.
They're dead already. What?
Have multiple. Yeah, like,
Well, now it's called... Well, when someone is dead in Fantasyland when your HP is 0... Like, that's just an energy shield gun, right? Your body is somewhat preserved. And maybe, you know, internal damage kills you. Or it's a big bullet wound already in them. But, you know, there's a lot of armor on. And it's not like they're checking for pulses here. People are shot in the back or in the chest. And then you guys can bury them. Are you planning to keep this one guy alive?
Run will advocate to keep the one guy alive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. But let me check all these corpses' pockets. Maybe they have words written paper somewhere.
Make me an investigation
Money.
check.
Yeah, money.
You
Ooh,
rifle
19, wow.
through what little pockets they have. The stuff that they probably actually carried on would have been in satchels, in, you know, saddlebags, in backpacks. But those are super fucked, torn to shreds by machine gun fire, and scattered across several hundred feet, where these horses tried to chase after a moving vehicle several hundred feet away, and were outpaced and then eventually gunned down. So, if there was anything of worth, it is now scattered in a grassy field, and you guys have lingered here for quite some time. Schmitty is getting restless in the driver's seat.
Run will get back in the car as they finish up digging the graves.
Yeah. Ravik, you can do this. You have Mold Earth. You're a ranger with the cantrips for druid bullshit.
Yeah.
Kushim, do you assist in this, or do you just, like, watch in stunned silence as you're executing, murdering teammates?
oh, I want a PvP.
I give
Next
Machine
week
permission.
on the Thursday team.
I wouldn't hold it against you.
I know you wouldn't.
John, just so you know, we have an open Saturday slot that I'm trying to fill.
And they're actually diplomatic. You know, once you get back to the tolls, if you want, you can go with them.
They're,
You know,
they're
I
also
feel like
highly
Kushim would be
inept and really bad
I feel
at
like
doing
it would be amazing with the diplomacy team.
Oh
Something
my
something gives me the feeling it'd be great with them.
But then we'd, like, not have any humanizing factor on this team at all, which is kind of
That's
bad,
the thing,
too.
right? Like, it's good to have some sort of conflict like this. I just, because yeah, as a player, I want to be in there with other people's decisions. I don't want to take anything away from anyone.
I understand.
But then as a character, whoo boy, Kushima, what are they doing?
Where's the hell of a drug?
Okay.
At what point does Kushim go back into the van, is my question. Is it,
Well-
like, after when Runt just slit a man's throat?
I think after the second time that I see it happen, gonna come up behind him, put my hand on his shoulder, do mold earth in front of him, and then push him in.
Push me
How
in.
deep is this hole?
Yeah,
It's
just a
just 5
hole.
feet.
Yeah, it's 5 feet.
And then-
So, much taller than Runt.
It does have, like,
Right?
the second
This
story
occurs in a combat round. Kushim walks up behind you, touches you, and then casts a cantrip under your feet.
He will look behind him, and as he sees the hole, he will just allow himself to be pushed in, kind of surprised by this.
Betrayal.
And then as he's in the hole, he'll just kind of look up with his eyebrows furrowed in confusion, but he won't say anything. He's just kind of looking up like, huh. like not angry, just surprised and confused, but like there's literally no malice in his eyes. He just it's more of like a huh moment. Like he would never think that would be a possibility.
Grunt.
Yeah?
Too far.
What do you mean?
I put down my bug hand and I help him out of the hole, and I say, too much. I can't handle it. Please stop slitting people's throats, friend Runt.
Runt will raise an eyebrow and will look at Schmidt and the group and say, and you would have preferred it that they did it instead of me.
I don't have to work with them the whole time.
I think I get what you mean. Alright. He will pat Bugman's knee, and he will look up to you with puppy dog eyes, and he'll say, I'm sorry. And then he will walk back into the car as originally intended.
Pat his head. Past is the past.
Okay. Luna, your civilian prisoner, kind of just stares at you all. She's basically a skeleton with skin still attached to her bones. But you all can tell that she is judging you harshly for this. Although she is not saying anything. Because she doesn't even need to be restrained, because she literally cannot run. At all. Just too much muscle atrophy. It's actually kind of crazy how long she lasted cremating bodies with such little muscle and fat. Now that I'm thinking about it, Jesus Christ. Fuck. Luna got wrecked. Anyway, you guys, do you want to do anything after burying the dead and knocking a guy unconscious for 1d4 hours?
Did they all have...
recommends.
Well, I just wanted to mark their graves, kind of, with their... If they had swords, armor, whatever was left.
Horse
If they had
carcass?
stuff on
Yeah.
them. No, I do not bother with the horses.
Exactly. No, you just put like a horse head on top of there.
No.
Does
Who
Cure
passed
Wounds-
you?
Does Cure Wounds actually like close up wounds, or
Nope.
does it only replenish the hit points?
It
Gotcha.
only gives bonus to the energy shield. If someone is injured, they remain injured.
Cool. Alright.
That's why I mercilessly slaughtered them, because I didn't want to have them living in agony, or so Run thinks.
Well, we live in a
Mumbles
hell
and
world.
mutters to himself, like, I'm actually the good guy here.
Hashtag not evil, by the way. Hashtag Igor. Hashtag Xenon.
True.
Revik,
Fucking true! Oh, sorry.
Revik motions to the town and says, well, I don't think we'll find much resistance in the town if we go there now. Let's see what's going on over there. Or we can go home.
I think there's no point, honestly.
Okay, let's
Are
not
we
make any more
pillaging?
stops then.
Schmitty, the driver, who is chaotic evil at heart, asks you guys as you all begin to load up. The soldiers looking rather grim and wondering what the fuck they signed up for. Or were assigned to do here. Two of the guys look kind of hype because although they probably didn't kill anybody, the gunner sure as shit did. And then two others put rounds into people's bodies. So they're getting that soldier high now.
No! No, I don't like that.
Well,
okay, we gotta get going.
there are consequences for your actions.
We gotta get going.
Alright, you guys drive! You fucking drive! Southwest. avoiding towns, trying to avoid the fort. John rolls his last random encounter check, since you guys are in enemy territory.
Is it time for round 2?
It's time for
Electric.
round 2. It's another fucking patrol.
We should probably just, we left some alive at the last one. We should probably just drive away from this one. We can just drive away. Just drive Gunnar Schmidt? Don't do it. Don't do it, Gunnar
Oh,
Schmidt.
are there people? I've been waiting. I still have like 3/4 ammo left, guys. We can do this all day.
No, that's okay. We can just keep going. We're gonna leave them alone. They can't catch us. They're on horses. We're fine.
Runt will feel the same as he did with the last patrol, but having a keen sense of what his allies are currently thinking and feeling will not speak up on this day.
There's now 6 riders instead of 5 guys. You know?
No, we've already established we won't be getting any XP from this.
Well,
Okay.
it's not about the XP, man. It's never been about the XP.
Did I take Gunnar Schmidt's spot to see if I see someone who looks important?
Yeah, you can climb up there. Some guy will be like, "Hey, don't touch the gun. You are not granted squad weapon access, sir." But
Way.
you know, you can take out. Give me a perception check. Let's see if you can see anyone important. John will roll to see if there's anyone important in this.
7.
If there is, you totally can't fucking tell what's a 7. I'm sorry, friend. You're moving too fast. The wind's in your eyes. The rain is obscuring you and them, kind of. It's just 6 figures on horseback trotting your way rather quickly, but since you're going way faster than them, you know, they're being left in your proverbial dust.
I don't see anyone important. There's no reason, I guess.
Okay. You make it out of Fresnoth's territory. No longer chased because they are too far away. Unfortunately, none of you guys got into my 90 percentile where a tank would show up and obliterate you all.
Damn.
They would have the technological
Bless.
advantage. Yeah,
Indeed.
bless.
This would have been a much different encounter. You all
still would have been a
drive
slaughter, but on the
through
opposite
this side. Avoiding the hills where clear ambush can be made. It's only been a couple days, so the encirclement has not occurred on Fresnoth's part. So you guys have a straight shot into the town, the city of Destry. This John brings us to a new map. Whoop. Here we go. John will zoom out for the camera. Are you guys just heading straight back to the Citadel? Where are you going?
Toast.
Yeah.
I
good.
suppose back to the Citadel. Run has some new information that he would like to tell to people who it may be relevant to.
Alright, you can head back to the Citadel. You will be checked on the road itself by Tulst garrison forces. The Expeditionary Force have begun setting up defensive positions on the outskirts of the city, trying to stay out of it properly, as they are following Confederation guidelines, acting as peacekeepers. And not only that, you guys see some life to this place. In the past couple of days since you've been gone, like 2 now?
About 2, yeah.
We're approaching 3. It's getting late in the day. You guys were driving for a while. You visited Growthville, camped out on the night, and then on the following night. Yeah, so this is your 3rd day out, almost your 3rd night. When
It's been
you
a full
guys...
week then. We've been here.
More so.
Ooh, wow, look at us.
Yeah, we had a couple days of downtime, I think.
Yeah, you had 1 or 2. But when you guys are stopped, you will be, questioned. Your vehicle will be, checked. Everyone will have a head count. And someone will be like, "Yo, who the fuck is this skeleton? in the vehicle. And I suppose that is where you guys can just get out and start walking, because taking a prisoner of war who's not really a prisoner of war since they're a non-combatant and stealing a civilian is kind of a crime.
Brent will simply point at Luna and then point at Dorian and say, "Yeah, that's his problem.
Yeah,
The
kind of.
squad leader.
Yo.
That was his call."
Yep. Y'all can fuck off now. He shouts at you guys. Our job's done. We're no longer escorting you.
Bye-bye.
And you guys can walk out and leave these people behind. Schmitty will be like, hit me up, fam, when you get back to Toast. We'll do something.
Runt will write down a number. He doesn't know what it is. He just assumes. Are there phones in this world, John?
They're
Like
communicators.
Okay.
So there are equivalent to civilian phones, but they are outrageously priced and kind of pointless if you live in a city-state. Because, I mean...
In that case, Runt is going to write
Yeah.
down the communicator code or channel that they're using and give it to Schmitty.
You're
So
gonna,
he has...
you're gonna call him on a military channel? Okay, sure. Fuck it.
In case he ever needs it, you know?
The equivalent of, like, phone technology, the only people who would actually have something that resembles a modern-day phone where you can, like, click a button and talk to someone, only hunters would probably use, because they go out of range of city-states all the time, and if they need to be called back someplace and need, like, a long-distance, almost satellite phone, minus the satellite, probably some arcane bullshittery, you know. Those dudes would probably have access to that stuff. But as a common day civilian, no one would have the equivalent of, like, a real phone. But, you know, he
Right.
gives you, like, an address that you guys can meet up sometime, hang out, whenever this war ends, I suppose. And you guys can leave your squad mates behind. Or the squad behind.
Bye.
Anything
It's
you got?
Schmitty.
Kushim, anything you want to do or say to them? Alright, you just keep your eye stalks to the ground and march away. Accomplices in crimes. But you know, they kept you... I mean, they warmed up the interior of the APC. At least there was that. Alright. Moving through the Citadel, you guys can just head on over. No one's going to stop you once you're in. There are some civilians, Destrian people who came back and were like, yo, wait, what? What do you mean? This is like an actual free city-state now? Not about to be fucking obliterated? Like, you guys are here to stay? And they're like, yeah. So they're trying to, like, come back and sort through looting, I suppose. The massive amount of looting that a bunch of children did when they invaded this city.
What are they gonna take? A bunch of silver spoons? Like, well, kids don't know what to loot.
I mean,
Yeah,
if you
but the adults leading them probably do, right?
also, some of the kids are like, what, 13 or 14, so they're like teenagers who will take basically anything that they can get their hands on.
Yeah, so we were out of, like, cigarettes and, like, what else?
I mean, probably, honestly, anything they could get their hands on.
Also, the actual adults in the background, who did not need to meat shield for children, had full range of this city. They could have done literally fucking whatever they wanted.
Yeah, that as well.
But a few thousand people have returned, which is nice. They were hiding out in the woods, just sort of trying to see what would happen if Fresnoth would fully make a coup and take over the entire state, or, you know, if somehow the Overduke pulled out a miracle and summoned, like, dark vampire magic to sweep away the child horde. But whatever the case, Tolst is now here, a city-state who says they are allied to the Overduke, so that's cool. And you guys can head into the Citadel, watched by wary eyes and passing by soldiers who see that you are at least marked in some way to show that you are not a threat, because not everybody knows who you are. And
Yeah, I think
eventually-
Run has a patch on like one of his shoulders that has like the Toast symbol in his like
Yeah.
stealth suit.
Okay. You guys can head to the main gates, which are not replaced yet, but are currently being, I suppose...
Fortified, kind of?
Yeah, fortified would be the proper term. They're trying to make the large, grand gate, which once held apparently beautiful, ornate doors before they were destroyed 5 years ago. They're basically sealing that up with just barbed wire, so that if someone with, like, a fly spell just can't fucking go over who's ever on the ground. Instead of, like, a 30-foot fucking giant door, it's now like a 20 feet of just barbed wire mesh that rolls down to the ground and then sort of drapes over where the branch knight, the guy
I was just ask.
who initially stood at this gate with a bunch of conscripts, is now standing at this gate with a bunch of Tulsa expeditionary guards who are hanging out around this clear command structure. Tents are set up around the plateau next to this, near the mountain, but now that it's starting to rain, people are rethinking their current living situation. And the fortress itself is very lively. The branch knight heart or harks at you. Oh, who goes there? What traveler? Oh, it's you fuckers. What's up?
Hello, friend.
I have been
What's up?
ordered by our actual governor, the Overduke, to let you pass. And now that someone else is backing him, I guess I kind of have to let you do that. It's kind of a shame, really.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Could have
Bye.
fought you again, fucker, bitch, mother. No, he curses your name as you guys just walk past him. I miss the good old days, he says to a tall soldier who just like fucking side eyes him. And inside you can find the brigade general, his officers, his staff, the people planning the next phase of this expedition. Anything you guys want to do or say?
Yes.
Irithil is not here at the moment.
That's okay. She's one of the people I actually didn't need to speak with. Who I did need to speak with was Mr. Ex-Councilman Yusuf Brilliant.
Yes, brilliant. He is there. He is in a meeting, but as the task force comes back and he knows who you guys are and what you guys were doing, who's carrying the silver banner right now?
That is me.
His banner like 3 times your height.
Yeah, it's like I'm carrying like a big flag from Halo, where it's like just on my back,
Oh,
walking,
okay.
like waddling with how much it
God.
weighs.
Just sometimes tilting over.
But he does have advantage on deck saves.
Only when active. Calm down. So, he says, this old man with graying hair, glasses, kind of wearing the uniform, but clearly not wanting to. He looks at you all. The others are there as well. Norm Thulon. What's her name? Fuck, I'm already forgetting my character name. Meza.
There's just Norm Thulon, Juliet Sola, Majorie Kaplan, and Lady Grisilla.
Yes, they are there with their lieutenants as well. So, like platoon leaders, people who are important within their companies, but other than that, you know. So actually, this room has like 70 people in it. This is the Grand War Chamber. The Overduke is not present either. Surprise.
That's okay. Runt will kind of give a kind of casual salute, and he will begin speaking to Yusuf Brilliant, and it will say,
Yeah, he'll like take you by... Well, he's taller than you. He'll take you to a side room. If... I guess all of you, if you wish to join. Does anyone care what Runt has to say to this guy? He's kind of taking over your squad leader position here. But if you guys still want to do a democracy, that's fine too.
I would at least like to listen.
Okay.
I'm gonna check on the kids.
Alright, Kushim splits off going to check on the kids, who are currently out in the yard underneath the shadow of the dark tower, playing with what appears to be a ball. There are like 20 of them. They have... they're now free-range prisoners of war, I suppose.
I'm suspicious of this appears to be a ball.
Yeah. Well, it's not a head or
Why not just a
anything.
ball?
I need to move this token. Fuck.
Totally not a head. Now from Cinco.
True. See Overduke's head! He's... Oh, that would be fucking crazy. But yes, Kushim, you can go return to the children as the others within the party speak with a general from Tolst. You are in a side room of this grand war room. There is a map on the table showing the region. Brilliant asks, well, what did you find? Do you bring good news or bad news?
Runt will begin to take out the banner and will say, a little bit of both. Mostly good. Very
Understood.
minor bad. I'll start with the bad since there's so little of it. Firstly, we unfortunately were, well, having moved through Friznoth's territory for some time, we were initially spotted. So they certainly would have noticed us moving about, but that's kind of where the bad news ends. As the last, this is more of both a bittersweet news, is that I'm sure as a general you know who Hephaestus is.
No.
Ah. Well, then allow me to inform you.
Should you be telling me this stuff? I'm not gonna lie. Loose lips sink ships, and I'm not part of, you know, the Tyrant's task force. I'm part of the actual city military.
Ah.
I'm here to assist you, not to, you know,
Then
ask questions and pry.
Let me make this short and brief, so then, as to make this
How
effective
about
for you.
instead of giving me a review, you tell me what I can do for you to get you what you need? This is how our relationship should go moving forward. Not you act like I am your superior, because you are not my underling. I can't give you orders.
Oh, I see. Well then,
I'm sorry if that
I'll-
wasn't made clear to you. I know things have been moving fast on your guys' end.
yes, I had presumed, incorrectly it seems, that I had worked under all Toast officials
No.
in some capacity.
You are
but,
the Tyrant's task force.
I understand that now. Thank you. Then, what I suppose is that we will potentially soon be adding a large number to our forces. A group under the name Rick Silverback, with a potential legion of airships to add to our military might in this region.
Understood. But John has to go on a quick break so that we can get Nav in the chat. Guys, he's back. We will be right back. So sorry to cut you off there.
That's okay.
Guys, we are back. Welcome back, one and all. We now have the full crew here. Eric, how are you doing? Where are you right now?
I'm at my parents' house until I can find a place where I work.
I see. I noticed
Yeah.
that there's a big sign behind you that says family. I really like it.
With family photos.
Oh my god.
That's what all this
scattered.
bullshit is.
Scattered
Automatic.
around.
In case someone wasn't sure.
I thought they were memes, actually.
I wish.
Well then, quick recap. John will summarize quickly, because not a lot has truly happened. Team started going south. They ran into a patrol, mercilessly gunned them down, went to see if anybody survived, mercilessly killed all but one, who was taken prisoner. And then you guys drove all the way south, and that took an hour and a half.
That sounds about right.
All right.
Sounds like business as usual. War crimes and all.
Indeed. You are now getting something from the General, Yusuf Brillian. Runt,
This is
Yes.
what did you want to say to him? What did you want from him? Now that he just fucking laid down your fucking role here.
I suppose what he wanted would be kind of now that an actual military person is here and understands how war works,
Yeah.
because he is not that person. He wants kind of like a statistics on how quickly this civil war could be ended before Tulsk gains full control of Destiny.
Oh.
If what Tulsk's objective is in Destry in terms of a military standpoint.
Our goal is to legitimize the Overduke. If we do that, the Fresnoth character, this warlord who seems to have just strolled in and taken over the place, cannot legally claim herself the ruler of Destry. The most she could do is secede from her current nation and start her own, and that makes her look like a chump, let's be honest. So, by currently backing the Overduke, we're kind of putting her into a hard place right now. This Grothel character we've tried to reach out to, because if we can get one of the other faction leaders here to, legitimize the Overduke, now we have local support, at least one, which gives us even more. So currently we're trying to work the political parties that be here against each other.
Let me give you a little advice then, while I've learned while I was out there. Then,
Yes,
Duke
Grothel.
Grothel, he will never work with us or anyone, ever.
Yeah, that's what he told us too. It was kind of
and
crazy because he did a major image, just threw it, kind of like a weird astral projection thing. Became like a really big 60-foot man above the temple and literally shouted this at us. That was his form of I assume that was you had something to do with that, or
Kind of. More of we went and visited him and see what it would take for him to side with anyone, let alone us. And apparently the only thing he really wants is to become a vampire. So, short of that, he will refuse to work with anyone.
he
So
looks
there's that.
terrific. Can you not work that angle somehow, Mr. Vampire
He's,
Frog?
I can't really speak for him, but
He looks at you, Revik. If you're here.
I'm not. I'm like a vampire frog, but not really. I'm more of a frog right now than vampire.
he's in a transitioning state.
Yeah, I'm kind of I don't like to label myself. Maybe
Understood.
I'll figure out what I am.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I have to be a pragmatist, but I respect your beliefs. He looks to anybody else. All right, so he's out. We won't be dedicating resources to that guy anymore. Because, when somebody says, oh, I'm never going to work with you, that's playing hard to get, let's be honest.
Yeah, no, he isn't playing hard to get. He just quite literally, if you don't have it,
Yeah.
it won't work with you. So, saved a little bit of time there. Other thing, a prospect you might want to know is that Fresnoth and Eldritch, although perhaps at one time worked together, can very easily be torn apart.
Ah,
Although Aldrich does not support the Overduke, he potentially could be convinced with enough time and enough demonstrations of force, which I suppose you're very good at.
Perhaps. We will see about this. The last thing we want is a battle. We do not wish to drag more people in here or get the spirit beast riled up. As we all know, and he looks to you as John gives you meta information that all of your characters would know. Wars, when it comes to battle, are the biggest attractors of these spiritual beasts, breath weapon, CR9 plus monsters, and their hordes and throngs of little guys too. Anyway, we're currently trying not to have a battle. We're trying to let the air, clear up. Luckily, it's raining. But if that's all you got, thank you for your time.
One last thing,
Yes,
if
hit
you
us
allow
up.
me. On our way back here, we encountered a patrol. I'm not sure if you wished to take over for this particular individual, but we did manage to capture alive one of their patrolmen. Whether you would prefer that our task force continue the interrogation and learn of Fresnoth's plans through him, or whether or not you wish to take over in that regard, I'll leave that decision up to you. We were planning on taking him back to Tulst for interrogations, unless spoken to otherwise.
There's no point in taking, what's the plan there? We'll take him. We'll get him. What we could have really used was, a local who was, ready to talk against Fresnoth, because we get, witnesses, people who
Well then, I have even more good news. There was one individual who, I guess you could say, was taken out of the kindness of their heart. A squad leader decided that a woman who is nearly catatonic from her physical state was
his
brought with
brow
us,
is
and-
furrowing as he's hearing these words.
But more specifically, she is not alone. That even if she is not one who would speak directly against Fresnoth, there are many villages that we visited up in the north who are more than willing to speak against Fresnoth. Some of their warriors even were drafted in by Fresnoth and hate working for her. So finding someone who is willing to speak
Well, how'd you
up
find
against-
that out?
Well, we of course did some minor interrogations of people of the man already before we apprehended him.
Which man? The guy currently
The guy
in
that-
prison?
Yes, we guy that I just mentioned we would potentially bring to Tulsa, but would now give to you.
Oh, okay. Well, the last thing we want to do is flip someone who's not really flipped, right? So, if we get somebody who says they'll do whatever we tell them to, and we get them in front of a news station, and then suddenly they switch the narrative on us, a double, that's the worst possible thing that can happen.
That's what we learned. We learned of that there are people like that, but him specifically is not that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Totally.
don't try to flip him specifically, but there are some out there. So I wanted to let you in on that.
Oh, okay, cool. I used to be the councilman for the security of Tulst. I don't know if you guys know that or not. I know most of you are outsiders, but propaganda is gonna win us this war, not fighting and throwing down. So as long as we have honest people and we keep our image good. You didn't do anything crazy out there, right? He says, looking at you, Runt.
Good returning the children to their villages, right?
Yeah, we're gonna get some.
Yeah,
B-roll
I mean
with
the
that,
ones we
definitely.
didn't murder, but
Ron will
totally.
kind of think for a moment. He says, "The craziest thing we did was visited a temple, but that's for the tyrant to know."
Understood.
Nothing to.
Well-
We didn't really rile up any of the natives.
I
We
hope
made sure
not,
to avoid that actively.
because that would legitimately be the worst thing that could have possibly happened while you guys were out there, on your own, unaccountable for any sort of, well,
agree that
he-
might happen.
yeah, he just
Ron will
laughs.
certainly. Ron will raise an eyebrow and say, "Just make sure to check in with your squad leader, Mr. What was his name? Mr. Doran Schmidt. He'll have more details for you than
Do
we
you
would."
remember whose platoon he branched off of? I'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. I'll do it. We'll get the story straight. And if there's nothing else, Use of Brilliant will leave back to the meeting that is currently being held about the proper deployment of the expeditionary force in the city.
Before he leaves, can I ask, does he know where Eoleth is?
Who?
Eothil, I'm sorry.
Ah, the witch, yes. She had to go back to Tolst for a moment. Something about judicial killing or extrajudicial killings on people who could not actually fight back. You know, that's a pretty big, he just, like, starts laughing. You know, she has technical diplomatic immunity, but the tyrant is like, you know, you're sort of tied to us if you start making us look bad.
We
Yeah.
didn't want that.
No, not at all. That'd be terrible. Seriously, if the rest of the Confederation gets, like, any hint that we're, like, trying to forcibly take this place over, we have to pull out to show that we're not doing that, and then suddenly, you know, Fresnoth can basically just kill the Overduke, take over his place, and then, you know, we're down, like, an allied city-state in the north. Like, it's bad enough that Alkazen's happening the way it is. They recently got taken over by birds. So.
Run is immediately
Excuse
like,
me?
Friends
What?
network unreachable. What the fuck? Is my
Birds?
internet about to crash?
Like, literal birds?
Yeah, like a bunch
Like-
of fucking crows or whatever. I'm not
Like-
in on the details.
I see. I'll have
Yeah,
to
there was
learn.
like a news program that came out recently. Said like, Alkazen got fucked by birds. And then, you know, they're kind of like a laughing stock of the Confederation anyway, even though they grow over. Look, I don't have time to get into this. I gotta get back to my meeting.
Run will turn to the rest of the group and just kind of whisper under the like he turns to the group, but he's just kind of looking straight forward and whispers just softly, "We're going to fucking Alkazam."
Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah, we should definitely get out of Destry.
I'll fuck with some birds. Wait, so do we leave like do we say fuck this place and go like right now? I'm cool with that plan.
Well, I think the
I'm
plan is to
also
go.
okay with
The
this
plan
plan.
is to go back to Tulst
Yes.
and recuperate a little bit, and then.
Oh,
head
right,
to
right,
Alkazam.
right. Yeah. I was there for that plan. I remember that.
All right, you guys can wait a day. And Irithyll will be back because it's only a half day, and she's ignoring like air laws because she is really just not giving a shit about people of the South and their stupid like airspace restrictions.
Gotta love Irithel.
Thorazor is always just like apparently sending their interceptors to like, oh, who dropped?
Music
Wait.
bot came on.
Wait, why'd you put the fucking bot back on?
I thought
We have all
Added.
6 people.
But I
Why
wanted
would we
to-
need it after that? Gibby,
Just to fuck
you're
with you,
under
Jen.
arrest.
I wanted to listen to the best for 30 more minutes.
Fucking, you have Google Chrome. Just fucking open a tab. You don't need the bot for that.
He wanted everyone to listen to.
I wanted everyone to listen to it.
You all may short rest. You are here. You are safe. If there is nothing you guys want to do, we can fast forward to the Judgment of Longing returning. Shen, thank you so much with your subscription with that Prime. Keep them coming. Guys, if you're like enjoying the content, don't forget to hit the follow, like, and subscribe button. We're okay. I'm done fucking chilling.
Revik would like to come back to Tulst on the other airship that belongs to him, alongside the Judgment of Longing.
I'm sorry, that one is currently in use.
I'm gonna talk to the tyrant about this.
Understood.
Oh
Kushim,
Yes.
you're sort of disassociating from your team, hanging out with kids. Anything
Oh.
else you want to do?
Wait, we have kids now?
I
Machine
have
does.
kids. So many little spawnlings. No, I can't think of anything. You know,
Okay.
just hanging out with them, trying to, be good to them, teaching them about rocks and
Yeah.
archaeology.
You're
and
this
stuff.
like
Oh, I can lead
very
them on a field
weird
trip.
professor who just showed up one day and just started teaching in like a class that has nothing to do with the subject matter. These are like 8-year-olds and you're like showing them cool rocks. They're like,
I would like to say
Sure.
I will.
Shaping
When
the future
Kushim
of
does this,
Federation.
I will sneak some of the most bored-looking children away from Kushim, and like, I will be the cool uncle.
Excellent.
how?
And then
Give
I'll
them a
sneak them
beer.
back in and sneak some others out. We have like a rotation set up.
Okay.
Nice.
What?
I'd
How
love
are
to
you the
take
cool
catch.
uncle, Nav? What do you do to
Yeah,
make
how are you the cool uncle?
Well, I'm teaching them to fight, obviously.
They like throw hands.
Yeah, we're fucking throwing hands, and then
Naz
maybe
has,
with some of
like-
the older ones,
So-
I'll give them sticks, and they can just
Yeah.
beat each other with them.
Naz has like a fucking child fighting ring that he's has them.
All right,
Let's roll
so
a fight club.
okay, so at one point, like they
I'm
go
so sorry.
around a corner, and then like you have to send
So
out them
sorry.
to get the cool, like the other kids in. So like Kushim, suddenly the kids that you were teaching rocks to, they had to get up and go do something. And then the other kids who you're entertaining suddenly have bruises on their faces, on their arms. One of them has a bloody nose.
Let me just roll a quick perception check to see
Yeah, totally.
if
do
I
it.
notice.
Oh yeah,
Do I have it
totally.
at disadvantage because I'm teaching?
Yeah, you get. Sure, fuck it. Why not?
All right.
The kids are learning to fight with rocks.
Yeah, exactly.
Children, don't hit the rocks into your eyes.
What? It's so cool.
Yeah, yeah,
It
kids.
helps
That's
with
how.
the
That's not how
bruises.
you use that. That's not how you
Don't
use
have
that, kids.
strong chitin eyes.
All right, you two can play this weird political game where you're using kids as proxies to literally just mess with Kushim. But if we can move forward, we can get back to Tulst by the end
Sure.
of the 10th.
When can I know when the next lunar whatever the fuck is for this month?
Well, wouldn't you know it? Revik would already know this information at the end of the month.
End
It
of the
is-
month. Gotcha.
Signaled by the full moon no longer being full for a night.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because as we
Very
all
good.
know,
The moon is full, except when it's not.
except when it's not. Thank you.
Cool.
For using your exact phrasing.
Yes, it's very particular, and I've been reiterating it with a intent. Anyway,
It's gonna come back to fuck us. I know it.
the 10th rolls around. At the end of the 10th, in the late evening, you guys will arrive back in Tulst. And not only will you will arrive with guests, with companions who were picked up and escorted by Ulathans. They are 6 children, 6 prisoners of war who seemed the most talkative and the most sociable, who looked like they could talk in front of a camera about the horrors they had to endure the past 5 years. Which is the idea, because some of them, like, they go for the full, like, range of children, so 8 through 12. I got 5 or 6 of them. And they will be interviewed on request of a tyrant who is planning to make the propaganda game a bit easier. And you guys are ushered out of a side entrance, or I suppose an exit. I think they would actually grav shoot you down. While the kids get off onto the tyrant's plaza, the pillar, excuse me. John will bring us to the Tulsa map, where we belong. You guys will go and sort of fall down, parachuting to this bottom wall here, and then make your way around, because there are publicity people who are taking pictures of the children getting off the airship, and they don't want you photographed with them, because you guys are the task force. You kind of secret agents, kind of not. Somewhat public, but your actions aren't, so, you know.
Let's not connect any.
Yeah, let's not connect any dots here. But it's just like an extra hour of walking. The Ulathians, take their platforms back up. And you guys are in Tulsa, the city. It is not raining. It is a beautiful spring day. The air is crisp. The sun is out. It is not too warm, but it is upper 60s for my Fahrenheit gang, and for my Celsius gang, you can fuck off. I gotta get in on the anti-Canadian gang right now. So, welcome. You are in Tulsa. What would you guys like to do? It's John Fine's Highway.
What would you guys like to do indeed? I have a laundry list, so I will let everyone else decide first
Cool.
what they would like to do.
Well, first, Revik wants to tattle to the tyrant about Irithel not giving him the ship after trading for it.
Alright, Revik heads immediately back up to the Citadel. Or not the Citadel any longer, but Tyrant's Court. John finds music. He's trying so hard to find music. Fuck it, we'll just play Heareth. Alright, sorry about that. Continue. Revik, you clamber up. Does anyone join him?
It's okay. No, we don't have. Oh, okay, cool.
Alright, Runt goes to do a debriefing. You guys don't need to all be there for this if you don't want to. You guys can go and do whatever you want. No one in the task force is forced to do briefings until you are summoned. So,
Okay.
Is this a week long rest situation?
Yeah, basically,
so.
you have a week to do whatever the fuck you want. And we can do experience now or after. It's up to you guys.
I'm fine with doing it now.
I want to do immediate actions first, and then once we get into like a good cutoff point, if everyone's just like, yo, I just want to go and start the long rest and decompress, we'll do XP. But if we want to go talk to the tyrant as soon as we get off the boat, we should do that first.
I assume you want to go talk to Arvo as well.
Like I said, I have a long laundry list that I'm going to go through with this week. So I want everyone else to make sure that they're good first.
We're out of time. No. Alright, Revik goes to complain to the tyrant. Does anyone join him? Alright, no one does. Everyone takes a week off. Revik, let's go to the tyrant. The tyrant is taking photographs right now, so you're going to have to wait a minute as he accepts the child soldiers with a great amount of showmanship, of concern clearly on his face, but also of respect for the suffering. Like, it's a full-blown, photo shoot. But after an hour, the kids will be separated, and he will have a brief window where someone can talk with him. And you have to race somebody who is approaching him. Alright, make me a quick dexterity check as you try to outrun him.
Alright, sure.
He rolled low, so... It's just like, Mr. Tyrant!
Oh, sorry. That's I don't know what that is because it's a save, not a dex thing.
Oh,
it's not plus 7. It's plus 5.
Oh, it's plus 5.
It's plus 5, so it's an 8.
An 8?
Yeah.
He beats you by 1. So,
okay.
I guess he's 1 foot ahead of him. Do you want to do something shady to just fuck with this guy so you can get the dude's attention?
Spit on him. Spit on him.
I can't do anything in Tulsa to a citizen.
True.
Don't upset the tyrant.
Alright. This guy comes up, Mr. Tyrant, do you have some questions about... And then he's just immediately slapped in the face by the bodyguard, who approached her ward. And he's like, oh! And, the tyrant now has to be like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Please, stand up. You are not hurt. And he is no longer hurt, as he is healed.
Okay.
And then, he has to, harangue over this guy and make sure that he's not gonna get, a bad review on Yelp or whatever the current publicity this dude is working for. Which, unfortunately, Revik, means that you get sidelined. As
I
he-
guess I lied.
like,
Okay.
the tyrant looks at you and he's like, "Oh, he really needs to say something to me, and I'm pretty sure I know what it's about." And then he avoids you.
Well, okay. Well, I'll catch you later. Bye. Have fun with what you're doing. I'll see you tomorrow. And if not tomorrow, then probably the day after that.
Yeah.
And if not the day after that, and have a good day.
He is so gone. Revik, it will be a week later when you can have a free moment. He is full up on his schedule.
I am going to dedicate every night to going karaokeing, and I will invite anyone who wants to go karaokeing with me, because I have to practice my singing.
You really
So-
do.
Yeah, I will totally join you
All
for
right,
that.
who wants to do experience?
Yeah.
Yay.
All right, John is going to bust out his calendar, or his calculator, excuse me. He's also going
Or
to
both.
change the music
Just
to something
calculator.
a bit
Calculator.
more happy. The miracle of life.
Calculating
Ba, 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 ba.
Alan calculator.
All right, everybody. So, for the airdrop battle fiasco, this is already split. So, you may just add this straight to your character sheets or wait for me to calculate the total. What would you prefer?
I like the total.
All right.
It's easy, simple.
Yeah.
Well,
Make you do all the work.
You got 250 for the airdrop battle. You got 200 for the actual battle. You got discovery information for Grothel. You got the undead. You got lots of information from. Then plus that. Shit, did I do my math right? Yes, I did. I'm still correct. And now, after calculating that, we have to do a knowledge check for you guys. Because you're the discovery team, and I want to know, and will be rewarding based on the information that you guys learned. Because,
Uh-oh.
you know,
Oh.
surprisingly enough, terrorizing a bunch of people with low technology that, you know, your companions and allies mostly deal with. You did not get much combat experience for this, like, past 6 sessions.
No, we really didn't.
So, knowledge check. Who wants to go first? You guys will be gaining a group rate. So, I am
I
waiting.
can go first.
Let's hear it.
I nominate Gibby. Yeah.
Run
Okay,
the
so-
lore machine.
So, how does this work exactly? Do I just start
I-
listing things off?
I have a calculator here. And yeah, just tell me things that are relevant, pertinent, foundational, maybe, like some foundational knowledge of, like, holy fuck, we just discovered something that changes our entire view of the world.
Okay, which specific point in the story do you want me to start? Because that will change everything.
Anyone can say anything. And if it's only Runt who gains this information, I'm deducting everybody. So there better be some group
Dude.
participation.
Then everyone else.
I'll go last then.
Yeah, everyone else go first because
Okay.
Alright.
Who's least
Yeah,
confident?
actually, how-
Who wants the easiest
bad.
pickings?
Let's hear it. What did we learn, team? You are being rewarded for memes as well, so what could that
Oh, for
possibly
memes?
mean?
Okay.
Well, we learned that the
No.
Eula
Wow.
Fresnov is powerful enough to fuck with the enchantment that the Bad Bagels put out, probably because she is anti-vampire, and Destry, I guess, is very much was a vampire, like
Okay.
country.
That's pertinent information.
Yeah.
Anybody else got
Cool.
something? We may need to go around the entire table before we get to Gibby, so let's go
Yeah.
with John next. One of it, or Kushim. Let's go with Kushim. We'll follow a clockwise thing and get back to Runt that way.
Waka buddy. Let's see. We learned that to get into the Bad Bagels place, you need to be a vampire, and Revik is not enough of a vampire to be this. And Duke Rothel would like to be a vampire, and knew that Rick Silverback's banner was.
Oh man,
Or
we're
Rex,
getting up.
Rick Silverback's silver that he wanted back. Oh, am I totally cut out? Oh, I'm sorry. His silverback banner was. Fresnoth had taken that.
All right, that is definitely pertinent information as well. Next up is Nav, Eric, who has the disadvantage of missing the opening of the session.
Um,
But will he get the meme?
I also have the disadvantage of not remembering what Nav knows and not remembering what Piddles knows.
Well, you basically solved the tomb for everybody. So maybe do a tomb meme.
Hey guys, things can't hurt you when they can't see you.
All right,
Who'd have thunk it?
I'll give you a 50 for the meme, but
We
anything
learned
else?
about. What did we learned from the undead dude
Hey, no cheating.
about
No hints in class. This is a schoolroom.
about the fucking
This is really hard.
the
isn't it?
enemy.
Yes, what did we learn about the
That's-
enemy? What did we learn about the enemy? Huh.
What did we learn about the enemy?
Oh my god, who left?
Oh,
Bird dropped.
Rivik.
Oh fuck.
Did we
Comp explode, reconnecting ASAP. Uh-oh, time to get the bot.
we might have learned. I say we might have because I can't remember if this was us or with the other character. That
I'll tell you if we did.
the enemy is like reincarnating / unkillable.
God damn it.
No, we did not learn that.
Oh my god. Guys, if I start fucking with cameras now, it's too late.
He'll be
Alright,
back in a bit.
Dungeon Master is now John.
Yeah.
Alright,
Still John.
there we go. Here. We'll just move names around and someone keep an eye on the Discord to see what he fucking... Alright,
I'll tell you what he said.
cool. This is so shit.
I'm watching you do this on stream, and it just
Alright.
looks so bad.
Yeah, it's pretty awful, isn't it? Alright, keep going, Nav, please. You don't even have a nameplate, so it's fine.
Yeah, you don't have to
Goes
worry about
wherever.
me.
Yeah, it's true. Stop it. Oh, okay. Just some physical comedy right there, boys. I'm sorry. So what did we learn about the enemy? We have a name. That's something, right?
We do have a name. I'll wait until someone else says it.
Well, we still have 0 next after half. Hey, I got Scarlet or Shadow here to he laughed at the joke, you know?
I don't have anything else. I have one other thing, but it's something I'm not actually supposed to know.
Well,
Okay.
fuck us then, right? 0, you
Right.
got anything for us?
Yeah, well, this is also, I guess, older information, but we learned that the Eulathans at one point, or I guess currently, maybe, were allied with Glug. Or he has allies in the north, which is Eulathan territory.
What?
You don't remember that? Or is it not important enough to be in your notes? It's what Glug said.
I know what you're going with. I think what you're saying is a little off the mark, though.
Or do you want to
You're
be
talking
more
about
recent, more like valuable information?
No, that is super pertinent if we can just get a little bit more. It's almost foundational, actually.
Are you
Oh,
talking about the murder hobos?
No, hey, remember when we had like that whole thing about like the wise one and like all of that stuff, and there's
Why
this like
one
prophecy.
me to the north to
Yeah.
the face? This is
Yeah, that.
verbatim out of
Yeah.
my notes. to deface
Yeah.
and destroy the statue of our allies, which is Ulithian territory, to hide away our secrets. They also, the statue we took had embroiderment on it, and it read, "This shrine is memorialized to the ones who fled from the wretched creators," which I assume is the Ulithians. They had hidden in the shadows from the beasts, I assume.
I am going to give you 200 for note taking. But there's more to that than meets the eye. So good job, Zero, actually bringing up some pretty useful stuff, although it was a little while ago. So you guys get something for that. Run. Uh-oh.
Wow.
Here it comes, boys.
All right, we are gonna start with the ship going to Destry. So, first off, relating things to Irithel and the ship, the Judgment of Longing, we learned that it has an obelisk-like weapon that uses lightning to destroy its foes. Second, we learned that there are plates that we can drop from using our Lamau boots, and actually being in Destry, we learned a number of surprising things, which I will bring up the map to try and remember. Firstly, there are 3 main dukes. 4, actually, excuse me. Brothil, Fresnoth, Aldrich, Overduke. Each of them kind of controlling all of their own. Obviously, we've learned that Duke Brothil has an affinity for being impartial and mainly wanting immortality for that reason, as he was a big proponent of the Bad Bagels, who, the Bad Bagels, once ruled over this land, were massive vampire assholes who had weird sex citadels.
Yeah, I'm not giving you the XP is not that.
I know. It's helping me remember all the extra stuff.
I want some goddamn knowledge. What know and learn about the world?
Specifically the tower that the Overduke is staying at has an actual labyrinth within it, with potential knowledge, magic items, and other gear that could be useful for anyone who finds it and uses it. And as mentioned before, such things can only be opened by vampires, specifically probably a bloodline by the Bad Bagels. Looking specifically at Fresnoth, she is what we learned by talking with the undead, who we learned the main guy's name was Grimir, although they tend to go more by the Legion, specifying perhaps some sort of overmind amongst them, or some groupthink. Fresnoth is able to use a power known as the Blazing Star, which is either a higher power or some sort of creature that could potentially be known or looked at as a god. Her power is true, and as we saw, she summoned an enormous pillar of fire that Irithel failed in counterspelling when he had a standoff.
It was very good.
And furthermore, we learned that she is specifically recruiting children with the intent to purge them of their sins by some false doctrine of the Blazing Star, which she is misusing to her own gain. We don't know a ton about Duke Aldrich, other than that he is working temporarily with Fresnoth and doesn't really believe that Fresnoth is the rightful ruler of Destry, but is working with her nonetheless to overrule the Overduke. Yeah. We learned that the Overduke was a ruler of an aluminum mine and was really only put in the position because he was the only, I guess, competent, in air quotes, person who could be really in there. And we helped him mainly to have the Tyrant of Tulst use him as a puppet to have a major ally in the north. So for the coming fight and war, inevitably we would have some ground to work with. Kind of moving over, we learned of a group of murder dwarves near the... Oh, fuck, I wrote it down. The place, I can't remember the name of it. Somebody help me. In the top right of the map.
Oh,
yeah.
The Council of something?
Yes, the Council of... It's a C word. I can't remember.
Oh.
Clarity. Council of Clarity.
Nicaea.
Council of Nicaea.
I'm pretty sure it's Council of Clarity. Yeah, there it is. Found it in my notes. Council of Clarity, which was specifically, I believe, ran by Ketamine Bad Bagel, who in turn, I believe, betrayed Rick Silverback, who we'll get to in just a moment. But the Bad Bagels also had some sort of rule over the land as a whole, as we spoke with a woman known as the Witch of Maelstrom, Lady Grisilla, who told us that the land potentially contained things known as elementals, which are supposed to help the Bad Bagels rule over the land, or at least are some remnant of their magic. We worked with a man known as Rick Silverback when we were talking originally with Fresnoth.
All right, I'm so sorry, Runt, but I gotta stop the Gish Gallop here. This is going on long. I need vital information, not like just bullet points here. This is just going too long.
Okay.
It is useful.
I have a lot.
I know.
I do have a lot.
I see that, and I'm really happy you do. But I'm looking for
will...
stuff that, like, truly changes your character's view upon this world. Like, politics, okay, you understand politics, right? Definitely. You got a grasp on the situation. It's worth something, but it's not, like, groundbreaking achievement levels of, like, understanding the world.
Let's see. Going fast then, Rick Silverback, potentially not really confirmed if he's an actual were-gorilla or what a were-person may even be. We learned that getting Rick Silverback, was actually a silver banner that allowed him, the reason why it was so important was that it allowed him and his control of airships to maneuver quickly. And we got that by finding a woman named Luna, who was helping, again, Grimir and his friends, who apparently were so old that he went by a title of Star Caller or Star Child, one of those two, who then informed us in this temple of Hephaestus, who is an asshole.
There we go. Okay, you're done. You hit all of the checkpoints. I'm not gonna lie, there's nothing left for you to gain experience on.
Cool, but then I'll stop.
That alone is worth 600 extra experience to everybody. Are you guys ready for your total?
That was nailed into us. I'm surprised no one else said that.
That is
like the
axiomatically...
Hephaestus was an asshole?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Guys, real talk. Hephaestus being an asshole is the most important thing you all learn from these past episodes. I'm not gonna lie. It's super important. You're gonna have to keep dealing with this guy, and now that you know that, you know what to fucking expect. Hopefully. So are you ready for your total?
Yeah.
Everyone may take home 3,850 experience. Did anybody level though?
Wait, how much was that? 3,800 and how much?
50.
That's definitely a level up for me. Because I'm now at 7845.
There we go.
Yeah, I think me and Nab are the lowest, I presume.
Probably.
Yeah. But I don't think by a lot, though.
Indeed. But as a reminder...
I got to level up, though.
Yeah.
As a beautiful reminder, we are not getting any quest experience for returning the banner. Because you guys did not return the banner. Your quest in Destry's still at war with itself. So, that's a quest incomplete. And although you did learn quite a bit from the Temple of Hephaestus, you backed out of the dungeon before reaching its end. And that lost you quite a bit as well. So, being cautious, definitely a good thing to do. But, you can't be mad at people not getting rewards when you don't take risks, right? You made the call, and now it's not really a consequence, but it is a thing that is missing from you. Unfortunate. But oh well. There will definitely be another chance to visit a area of Hephaestus.
Definitely. Uh-huh.
Yay.
I got news from Brood. His computer may have just actually died for real. Not like gone into reboot, like bricked. Yeah. So, if he shows back up, woo. But currently he's on his phone, so hopefully everything's alright with him. I don't know if I can get him back just off phone, though. So, Runt is rolling his HP. Yes, let's see some level ups. John calculates what is going on. So, it was the 10th when you guys came back, so on the 17th... Discovery team. Long rest complete. My pen is dying. Unbelievable. Why does it have to die now? There we go. DT LRC. Alrighty, him humbler, meaning Kushim leveled up, rolling a very nice 3.
Motherfucker.
Zero rolling a 7. Beautiful. Zero, you leveled up?
Yeah. 67 15.
Nav rolling the 1. Oh.
If it makes you feel better, I rolled a 2 on my last level up. So
God.
rolling a 7's really good.
Yeah, but he rolled really shitty the last couple levels too. What's your HP at now?
Yeah. 26.
Nav? 26 at
Ooh.
level 5. Oof.
I'm gonna die.
That's a instant kill on a very
That
good
sucks.
fireball roll. Kushim! What's your
Oh,
HP total
it
at?
is.
I guess Brood definitely leveled up,
Uh,
so I will just give his character sheet. Wrong button. Wrong tab, I should say. Kushim, hit us up with
Kushim
some
at 40.
hot details.
41.
41 HP from the level 5 Warlock. Very nice.
Wow.
I have 1 more HP than you.
47? Or no, 42?
I have 42.
Nice.
41 gang.
Revik. What is your
You
XP?
got 0?
41 as well.
Oh, hell yeah.
Dude, we are the front line, I guess.
Alright. So that is Revik's experience. He leveled up, but I will not do it.
Oh, he actually has more than me then.
Yes.
I don't have the most HP.
His party, his group session at level 1 was a slaughter. I had to kill a lot of shit.
Yeah,
anyway,
he's ahead by 21 XP.
Nice.
But, you know,
21.
good shit.
21.
Well, I guess you got some good shit now. Guys, you have leveled up. But now we gotta talk about how you guys gain a new insight into the world, how your magic increases. Guys, I want to hear, in no specific order, how do you train yourselves better? How do you get an extra attack if you're a fighter? How do you gain more spells if you're a warlock? How do you see better if you got an ASI?
I honestly wanted to train fighting on an airship. If I could get that to happen in any way possible.
You want to, like, fight on an airship and practice doing this?
Well, at first I wanted to see if I could learn how to pilot an airship because it seems like they're fast, the fastest way around. It'd be a good idea to learn that.
That
And I was
is
like, I should learn how to fight on an airship too.
Oof. Well, pilot training takes a lot.
Yeah, probably months or years, I would guess.
Indeed. Months at least. But, you know, fighting on one, getting used to new movements, air turbulence, wind, this would definitely be a thing that can happen because the Ulathans love beating the shit out of people. And, you know, turning off the grav boots while the airship, you know, goes at a regular pace, a regular speed, cruise speed as it were, is definitely going to get you some places, get you good, make you a little bit more dexterous, give you more openings and new insights to the people who fight on the ground, the landlubbers. I like it. I dig this a lot. This is dope as fuck. Who wants to go next?
I can.
Sure, whoever.
I guess Run will be doing something similar as he'll be training with Ulathans to kind of. He's been pretty ranged focused so far, with a couple of incidents here and there in melee. So the reason he gets Uncanny Dodge is he's starting to learn some movements from the Ulathans, how to weave in and out, how to be dexterous in someone's face, and how to dodge an attack point blank.
Indeed. The Ulathan range specialists who you have seen just wrought destruction upon people, including at least partially a tank. These guys are dexterous warriors, and although it looks like they're wearing splint mail, you can quickly discover that it is just some alternative studded leather, I suppose you can say, designed to look a bit more flashy and metallic than it truly is. These guys can show you some things, new techniques on how to step, to disengage, to just move your body slightly out of harm's way, as a reaction, of course. Not all of them are true rogues, but many of them are competent enough fighters for you to get the rest of the way there yourself, Front. Hell yeah. Nav and Kushim, my warlocks.
I'm actually gonna need Kushim's help with this one.
Oh, maybe a cooperation.
Yes, Himbo?
Thank you. Because this is very much a himbo solution to this. So my last level up was mostly physical, right? So I'm like, okay, we gotta magic up this time. You know, I'm feeling the revelations come along. So how does a himbo get a revelation? He has to get himself high. But we don't want to do drugs.
Only way.
So I'm like, I can get high off of a lack of oxygen. So I'm gonna ask Kushim to repeatedly drown me while I stare at the night sky. And I will have an eldritch revelation.
Lovely. Yeah, Kushim will be happy to help
Jesus Christ. I suppose in reverse, Kushim, this is going to unlock something for you as well, definitely. So why don't you tell us your perspective real quick?
Kushim is figuring some things out about himself.
I feel like Kushim values agency, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so the fact that you said, hey, can you choke me while I stare at the night sky? What a creative use of agency.
I see.
You know, but at the same time, as Nav struggles a bit, Kushim holds him underwater.
Oh, ignore my boner!
God damn it!
Easily done.
True. True and
Waits
base.
for him to go like a little bit limp and then brings him up again. Starts to wonder about just what sort of actions, how far does one go in the pursuit of respecting another's agency? What is the real difference? And really, I shouldn't have pushed Runt into that hole. That was going across the line.
So, yours is like a philosophical discovery of, like, limitations? And that gets you to that... What? Do you have third level spells now? Is that what it does? Ah, yes. I must respect people by not pushing them beneath where they currently stand. And then you just fucking...
Unless they ask for it, as I shove him.
Yeah, you mold Earth a crater out of a thing, a man-sized crater, and just fucking stare at the night sky. Ah, it's beautiful. The stars,
Put
the
a rock
moon.
in his mouth.
Jesus Christ. And a week later, all of you can return. Revik, we will find out how he levels up later, I suppose, since, unfortunately, he's just, fucked. Temer says, GG, we still have an hour left, my friend. Or at least, like, half an hour? 45? Something like that? I'm not sure. But your week concludes, and there is news. Before you guys even got off your airship, Alkazan took back control. The Dryad Moru, the Governor Moru, is now back in charge of her city, and has kind of begun the diplomacy process of strengthening her city via better alliances with her closest ally, which is Tolst. Because on the world map, I could go to it, I don't want to, you guys can just take my word for it. She is currently at war with Thorazor, and Tolst, you know, they aren't dicks, apparently. They're helping out another city-state reinforce its governor. So why not ask for their help, too? Yeah. It's pretty great. Good news on their part. But it is now the 17th of February. Anything else? Oh, yes, the Greater Chemical. So, news has been spreading around the task force, the reservists, and Ozark specifically. While you guys aren't truly engaging with Ozark, he's mumbling some bullshit about this guy calling himself the Greater Chemical, and how you all need, well, not you all specifically, but how the city needs to find him. Because the Greater Chemical can make potions. He is supposedly a god-tier potion maker imprisoned somewhere under a mountain. Details yet to be explained truly, but this is a very big, like, to-do thing for any of the task force who wish to dedicate themselves to that. Currently, it's mentioned that the raid team and the political team both have mild interest in it, but the political team are currently, they crashed an airship into no man's land and are currently out on fucking doing their own thing right now. So we'll figure out what the political team are up to later. The raid team are currently probably in the middle of their own long rest as well. And if you guys are ahead of them, so you guys still have the level curve, but if they level up next week, then, you know, there could be potential for another, what do you call it? Mixed episode where everyone's all in one place at the same time.
What in between the other teams right now then?
You are the XP and level leaders at the moment. Anyway.
Big
Good job.
numbers, let's go.
Good shit, boys. That is it for the news that John has on hand. He's checking his notes one more time. But it appears... yeah, that's basically it. The Greater Chemical is probably the biggest discovery that has been, you know, told to the teams. So, yeah. It is now the 17th of Spring Swirling, also known as February, or Fantasy February. You guys are summoned. Except for Revik at the moment, or maybe he's there, but he's being awfully suspiciously quiet, like Nav did earlier in the week, and, you know, that Zero was doing for like 3 or 4 days, and... The Tyrant is there, Ozark is there. I don't think any of you met this man creature named Tristan Darter yet, but he is there as well, subbing in for Celeste. Tristan Darter, who knows about hunter celebrities? Anybody? If anyone's interested in hunters, raise your hand.
Runt would have remembered that hunters before when he had the meeting with the other two task force members, Momo and
yeah, this guy was here. He's kind of a dick ass.
He would have remembered him, but not known much about him.
Yeah. Nav, you kind of raised your hand there. He's like, I assume it's because of his bachelor status, which is somewhat interesting. Hunters are all pretty, like, you know, they're like high-level characters. They fight giant fucking monsters. So, you know, they often get families, like, really young and, like, really early, and then, you know, have kids young so that when they die in their 30s, that those kids can then replace them in their, like, 20s. Or, like, late teens, really, is more how it goes. So, Tristan Darter, he's, like, in his 40s now, unmarried, still single, has not wed, and holy fuck, like, this guy has so many goddamn accomplishments to his name, but nobody... Like, you know, like those magazines you see at the grocery store talking about the royal family, even though we're in, like, fucking America? Like, he's basically that guy. Just constant gossip about him, like, what's he doing this week? And currently, this week, he is sitting on a desk rather than in the chair, kind of keeping track of you guys and hanging out, partaking in this meeting between you, the Discovery team, and the Tyrant of Tolst. and I guess we can just kick it into character. As the tyrant slams down a book of laws and shouts, "Why the fuck are you fuckers doing war crimes?"
Ron will look at Kushim.
He is
but not
pissed.
anything.
He is so fucking angry. Do you know how bad this makes us look? I'm not even getting into the moral quandaries you all I understand war is crazy sometimes. But there are like 400 dead children in the streets of Destry by the time you guys left. To go on your another excursion, which I am told, for the fucking channels of Yusef Brilliant questioning a person, some girl you kidnapped?
Oh, that one wasn't us.
You just murder people who are injured? You know there's a thing called taking prisoners of war, right?
Yeah, we did that.
Shim hangs his head.
Yeah, you did that, huh? Okay. You're out of Destry now. You're not going back. That's for sure as shit. What did you all learn? You better have had something useful. He's just yelling at you guys, fucking mad.
Ron will take out the banner. And just kind of present it.
Oh my god, is that the stupid fucking gorilla banner that Irithil was talking about?
Yeah.
What's up, Rumble Roar? Hey, buddy. Alright, we're returning that. We're gonna fulfill this fucking contract.
Alright.
Yeah, what's the plan? Could
Yep.
we take it to Arvo first?
Why?
It's a magical item, yeah?
We could potentially duplicate it.
Oh,
and
no, that's... I'm sorry. Arvo is, the sudden weather change here in Tulsa has fucked with him. He's... Never mind. Never mind. Yes, we will inspect the banner. Ozark. And Ozark's simulacrum, because this isn't even, like, the real Ozark. He just, like, wanders over and takes the banner. I shall identify this. And then he shall begin to identify it. Right there in the middle of the room, not giving a shit. Perhaps this is one of the dumb simulacrums or something. What else did we learn?
We learned that
I
there's,
heard undead shenanigans were afoot. I want to know more about that.
Yeah, Faceless is a prick.
I keep hearing this name. I still don't know, like, the big deal about him. Like, Ozark won't
Neither
tell
do
me.
we, but he's a dick.
He's a dick?
Well,
Like an asshole dick?
he's
Or
a
like a
dick.
dick ass?
Yeah. Like a dick ass motherfucker. Fuck him. Fuck his existence, if he still exists.
So anyway,
We don't
found
like him, is the TLDR.
We
Understood.
found a temple of his, and something called the Enemy was in it. And this legion of undead, led by a specific undead going by the name Gramir, who said that they were a legion, went and tried to fight this enemy inside a temple of Hephaestus.
Kushim,
Like some...
what's your passive perception, Kushim?
14
Okay.
or like 11.
No, keep
Sorry.
going, Gibby. Please. Keep going.
I don't like this. I don't know if I want to.
Oh, fine.
I guess I'll keep
okay.
going. So there's like, Faceless is some kind of like creature known as the Enemy, or something to this effect. Some great, horrible, world-shattering and destroying creature, and these undead masses wanted to stop this enemy, like capital T, capital E, the enemy.
Okay.
And it's a really good thing that they helped us.
We'll get actual Ozark in on this. He looks at the simulacrum, who's just with his little pearl of power, dancing, doing his ritual thing. Rather than just burning the spell slot, which he could fucking get immediately anyway. I don't know why he isn't, but he's doing the ritual dance. We'll call him down. Question him later. Is that it for the undead?
There are a lot.
They were a lot, and they were technically aligned with Fresnoth, right?
We're somewhat aware of the Undead Legion. We did not know that connection. That is good to know, if Fresnoth is in league with them.
Well, I don't know that it's that strong. It seemed more like they were fulfilling some type of ancient duty, and there was like a tenuous connection to what Fresnoth was doing.
We'll exploit it no matter what.
They have a tie to her, like, aunt or something related to the
Her
Blazing
family
Star.
line.
Yeah. It's more related to the Blazing Star than is to Fresnoth specifically.
I see.
She does seem to have some real power from this blazing star. Something beyond just.
Yes. We were told, some witness, one of the Ulathayans had their mind read and then was projected through Ozark's bullshit magic. He just sort of mumbles to himself for a second. Okay. I don't even know where to fucking start with you guys. Honestly, I've been like half tempted to just fucking... Hopefully your actions in Destry do not come to light. That is what I am telling you now. We are very lucky that their stupid vampire overlords did not invest in any surveillance technologies. Because they had, you know, even if a witness is to get out and do some high magical bullshit, our enemies, even our potential allies, may turn against us. Or at least hesitate when working with us. You all, whether you care to know or acknowledge this, are representing my city. Your actions reflect back onto all of us. Don't go murder hobo. I enjoy having a home. And with that, he kind of stands up abruptly. He doesn't flip the desk, but you all can see that he considers it for a moment. And then he walks out the back entrance with his bodyguard always hovering within that 30-foot orbital span, closely behind him. Tristan Darter, this 40-something, not yet graying, but he's getting like some gray strands kind of in his hair. Claps his hands as the simulacrum is still doing its weird bullshit ritual. He's like, "Woo! All right, fearless leader. That's our faction leader, guys. Can you believe it?" Fuck that guy, Tristan quickly says as Tyrant slams the door shut. How's it going? I don't think we've properly met. I'm Tristan. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
You doing all right?
Casually. I think we're all just a little tired, mentally and emotionally, even with a little bit of rest.
Yeah, maybe we should take some more. I currently have a thing in the works, and I'm about to need some people to induct you, and you know, Tyrant's a dick ass, let's be honest. So maybe this was just his way of, like, signaling to me that I should kidnap you for an adventure or two.
Ooh, that sounds like fun.
What kind of adventure?
We're in the planning stages.
It's better if it's a surprise.
You know,
Well,
remember that ruin
going to
that
find
we were talking about? I don't know. Yeah, I think I advertised something to you guys once. It was kind of in passing, though, and kind of like a thing that was brought up, but...
We've heard a lot about a lot of different ruins. You'll have to be a bit more specific.
So in like the region around Tolst, it's kind of unmapped, kind of mapped. There's a shitty place. I think it's called, like, Failure or something. Let me check.
Oh, I do know what that is. I
Yeah,
know what you're talking about.
It's next to one of the Hunter General's lookouts, which is just like, it's a small valley in the Tulst region. Lots of spirit beasts used to be there before, you know, they migrated over to here to fuck with us, and, you know, that happened. But now, Failure is kind of just, like, out there, ready to be explored. And, you know, lo and behold, the Hunter General's lookout, they saw some movement, you know, me and my niece, you may know her, Appetite Jewel. No, it's fine. We went out, scouted around, found some rats. Rats, worms, crazy bullshit, regular animal stuff. Well, maybe not regular animal stuff, but it's there. We're gonna go back over the weekend. Check it out one last time before actually dedicating resources to it, though. So, maybe take some days off. You know, learn some spells. Get a drink.
Yeah, I don't think we have.
Get married. Lots of people
we
getting
don't
married
have-
now.
We don't have any current directive from our fearless leader, so I
It's
suppose we'll have
probably
to
a
decide
good
what-
thing, honestly. He needs his. He's getting grouchy. He's been like, well, I won't go deep on, you know, fuck that guy. I'm not spying on him at all. Tristan says.
Very convincing.
Yeah, very, very convincing. This guy, Darter. Anyway, you know, lots of fingers in a lot of pots, right, fellas?
Yeah.
Yes.
Indeed.
Oh,
So
dude,
Anything
he
else?
just
you wanna...
took the banner, right?
Yeah.
Honestly,
Ozark.
he just took it. Okay.
Ozark is currently advertising it. Sorry about Arvo. He's, you know, he's old. He's super old. He shouldn't even be alive right now. It's a, you know, allergy season in Tulst. It's kind of decent compared to, like, the desert, but, I mean, not his home place, right?
I would like to inspect this guy kind of and look at his gear and see what kind of weapons he has.
Yeah, give
kinda
a
like-
perception check.
Okie dokie.
The most obvious thing is that he doesn't have a weapon drawn.
Ooh, that's 20.
Give me an Arcana check.
Ooh, I'm good at those, and I just got a bump because of expertise.
Watch it still.
Ooh,
Fuck.
20! Let's go.
Runt, this guy is fucking decked out in so much goddamn magical gear. Like, none of his gear is, like, aesthetically matching. And that is a sign that he is truly just ignoring fashion and going purely for practicality in terms of magical items. His shirt, oh my god, it's more flashy than your entire armor. This guy, Tristan Darter, experienced hunter, probably one of the most dangerous men in the world, has so much goddamn cool shit.
With that, Run's gonna just kind of eye him up and down and be like, is there any way we can get a little bit of that around here? And Run will gesture to his, like, armor.
He doesn't wear armor. He's wearing a shirt.
Oh.
Just a casual shirt.
I
Not
guess
like
just-
Hawaiian dad vibe, but you know.
The
Just
rest of his gear, you know, kind of indicating towards the magical swag.
Yeah. His necklace that is just like a gold chain that runs down. Seemingly just like part of it put in a pocket almost. His rings. Oh my god, he's got so many magical rings. His wrists, like he has like weird gauntlets on his, or not, I guess they're called Vam braces. Like wrist to, you know, halfway down his forearm, these bracers. Oh my god, his boots. Do those have springs in them? You look at them. Oh my god, how high can this man jump? You know, even his socks are probably magical in some way, shape, or form. And he looks at you for a solid moment. He's like, okay, this guy gauged me. I get it. It's like, no, you can't have my stuff. I need it in case me and the boy have to fight or throw down again.
Cromwell
But,
will shake his head. I'm not interested in taking what's already yours. I'm interested in perhaps getting some of my own stuff. Fairly in.
Well then, would you happen to know layers filled with spirit beasts have so much cool shit, my man? You can basically find anything in these things. You never know. Like magical items, they have a crazy half-life, like thousands of years potentially. And those guys, our big boys, the breath weapon dudes, they like their magic. Makes them stronger, makes them smarter. And they just like pretty things. No, but everybody forgets that. Spirit beasts, they like shiny objects.
There would have to be something close to that nearby the place that you're at.
Hell, would you look at that? Wouldn't you know, ruins are also great nesting places for spirit beasts.
Let's see.
And with that appeasing little, I guess, carrot that he's dangling in front of you guys, we'll get back to that later, though. I'm going to check it out one more time, see if these rat creatures that apparently doinked 2 of your members earlier. Now, we're going to see if there's another caster. If not, who knows what can occur. If there's nothing else you need me to, relay to this fucking thing, gestures to the ritually dancing Ozark, who's still, he's over halfway now, but he's just dancing around his fucking banner, going full pizza man.
I was hoping to talk to Ozark, I suppose, a more intelligent of his simulacrums, but this one's currently busy, so I suppose I'll wait.
Okay. Well, peace out, Girl Scouts. And he will sort of walk out of the same door that the tyrant took. Unless somebody shouts at him last minute. Okay, cool.
Where can we find you, friend?
Yeah.
Contact info.
He just fucking ha-has you, Kushim. On his way. No one can find him. He's got 17 natural stealth. He's crazy. Anyway, you guys have free time. What would you like to do? Downtime activities.
First things first, shopping.
Send me a list. I don't want to do this right now. Or kind of... Okay. I mean, I can go long, but some of you guys have hard outs, maybe. Kushim, you want to do anything cool? That isn't leveling up.
Bedrolls, spells. I need a bedroll. I should have something cool.
You don't have a bedroll?
Let me think about it.
You got a fucking bedroll.
No, well, I don't know. I picked it up somewhere.
You have exceptional strength.
I picked it up. Well, it got obliterated, right?
So we used his on the initial lightning experiment.
Oh, yeah. Rip. I forgot. I'm so sorry. I'm being an asshole for no reason. A worthy sacrifice was made. Hey, fuck you.
Head roll.
Just because I speak the truth.
Yeah, that's fair. It is fair.
I'll do some ritual stuff. Oh, I had a question about Liamin's tiny hut.
Yes.
Is that doing anything here, or is that messing with your thing?
No, you can take it. Just know that people know about it. It's not as invulnerable as you might believe it to be. But against, random bullshit out in the middle of nowhere, you're going camping, it's a good thing to have. Cool. Definitely. Ozark does not have it, though. You're going to need to find someone who does. On principle, Ozark does not sleep, so, he doesn't need a bunker to rest in. So I guess put that on the to-do list.
Okay. What about meld into stone, water walk, and water breathing?
Water walk and water breathing, yes, definitely. But not meld into stone.
Okay.
Ozark has no use of such a spell. Because it's another resting thing. Why would you entomb yourself in stone, right? But sometimes you gotta walk on water to look cool. So you can add those two, definitely.
That's it for me.
Okay. Zero, you're a fighter, so you don't need much maintenance.
I was gonna. Any +1 equipment in the armory? I could go look for.
Not that has been discovered or returned from other groups. I think we missed a good chance to get magical gear last time, but what can I say? Anything else?
Oh, not really.
Okay. Runt, Nav? Got anything for us?
Yes. I basically finished most of the laundry list because the big two things were going to be shopping and talking to the tyrant about everything that happened. But the last thing is that I would like to go to a library.
Outside of the archives that Ozark has?
Well, any library. I suppose that one would probably be the best one. So.
Oh, okay.
And I would like to read up about if it is available, the Maelstrom hierarchy or familial line of the royals.
You need to make me a history check then, as you begin to look through all the crazy bullshit Ozark has picked up on the years.
Yikes! If that was one less, I
You
could
still got something though. Runt. This has been introduced in the political team a couple episodes now, but there is, not that you would know since you did not grow up with any entertainment at all, because Maelstrom is a shitty place that nobody should live in. However, there is a show, a entire like entertainment franchise / empire built like multimedia, multi-story spanning, but it is called Castle Power. It is basically a children's show introducing kids to the more fantastical and dangerous things of their world that they are not yet introduced to. This is a cartoon or an anime, some people can say. It's not solely that. It's like there are live action adaptions and like all originated from like a pop-up book. People died for this anime, Rumble Roar says. And that is true. This cartoon, this story follows a protagonist who is a generic stand-in for a young, kid to do it, or to, place themselves in. They're a very bland character, but all the side characters are fucking crazy, like, in-depth. And since it's like a multi-generational story, the retellings of it have gotten more progressively deep the longer it goes. And this story, Castle Power, originated from a book in the South in a city that used to be close to Maelstrom, which was called Maylaw. It is potentially one of the sunken cities, and it details greatly the old hierarchy, which, mirrors the new. Mirrors the modern. Apparently, this young boy once had a run-in with a prince of Maylaw, which basically was this like grungy lancer character who would rival the protagonist, and like they'd go on a journey together, but like at the end of that adventure arc they would separate, and then they'd meet back up when they were older. And, do a great battle with some stupid bullshit in the middle of their town. Or in the middle of the city. But basically, like, the prince guy never has, like, a family, never has friends, is always alone. Super broody, super bullshit, like, character. And then, like, he'd always have, like, this, not controversial, what's it when, like, two characters are pitted against each other? Like, what's the literary tool that's called?
Antagonistic?
Oh.
Yeah, it's an antagonistic relationship with their father, King Maylaw. So, the Prince of Maylaw, the King of Maylaw, Prince of Maelstrom, King Maelstrom. There's a lot of similarities here that is pretty easy to pick up on. In this pop-up book you find in the middle of Ozark's fucking archive. What's he doing with a goddamn kid's book, Runt?
Oh, interesting though.
It is. Deep lore indeed, if people ever care to watch Castle Power, I guess. This stupid fucking kid show. Nav, you want to do anything cool?
I think first stop, Nav is also gonna go to a library.
Oh shit, you know how to read?
You know it's questionable. But he's gonna
Seduce the
look up.
librarian.
He's gonna look up like what the fuck is a vampire?
Oh.
I keep hearing this bullshit, but like,
Oof.
are they frogs? Because like nobody else seemed to be interested in being a frog, but they're all talking about Revik, and he's like a frog, right? So
It's true.
are vampires frogs?
Where do you go? I mean, everybody knows that Ozark has like this archive, but it's like super huge. Everyone gets lost in it eventually. It was once renovated to lower the thing. Someone tried to like catalog it, but it's just a fucking mess. So you can't really find easy access to stuff, or you'll find like kid shit just randomly.
Right. Is there like a help desk?
Not in the archive, no.
Or
Everyone
anything?
just
No?
lets you. Yeah, the simulacrums let people meander and find knowledge on their own, just like in real life.
Is there a simulacrum there?
No.
At
Well,
Ozark? No? Okay.
hang on. He may be researching more about this stupid fucking flag. Yes, actually. If high is always
Cool,
good.
I'm gonna walk up and be like, "Are you the real one, or are you one of the fake ones?"
Huh? No, I'm not real. I am. Yes.
Cool. Yo, do you know is there like a beginner's guide, preferably maybe with like some pictures on what the fuck a vampire is?
He rolls an int check, getting a natural 2. Yes.
Do you know where it is?
Yes.
Or,
Follow.
like what it's called?
Ha-ha.
Yes, thank you.
This weird, kind of like teenage-looking Ozark begins to stroll down the winding halls of this nonsensical library, taking down a rollable ladder and just like kicking off and just wheeling around with it. Clearly very interested in movement, this simulacrum leads you to a dark and spooky corridor with themes of daggers and knives sort of hanging down from the ceiling with string, as if just to add an extra layer of danger.
This seems appropriate.
Yeah. Welcome to the Forbidden Zone. You should not enter, but you may. Vampires. Whoosh, he says, pointing to a top shelf with a lot of red-colored tomes, and then this weird silver-spined book.
Is he still on the ladder? Or did he run off?
Yeah, he's still there.
He's still there? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if he's still on the ladder, then I'm just gonna like climb the shelf.
Okay, you just climb over him. He gets down after that, or polymorphs himself into something small and fucks off.
Okay, bye, thank you.
Yes, he took you to this section.
Okay, well, if there's a bunch of red books and then there's one silver book, obviously I'm going for the silver book. You always go for the weird one.
Okay. You go for the silver book. This spine of this book is engraved, or is made out of like a metallic silver substance, which is engraved in letters you do not recognize. But you may pull it free. There are decorative chains, or maybe they're real, or practical, that sort of wrap around the front book, coming to this very ornate lock on the front facing of it. There's a warning label which has been like stickied, like a literal like sticky note on the back that says, "Try not to die." That's basically it.
Ooh, this sounds like fun. Maybe I should get the whole group in on this. I can't read the spine. Maybe one of the others can read the spine. Group activity. Okay. And he'll probably like put that down, just like against on the floor against one of the bookshelves, and probably go back up and just like grab one of the books on either side of what was the silver one.
To the right, the red spines begin, and to the left, there are just like random, like black leather bound grimoires, stuff like that.
Can I read any of them? Anything to the right?
Make a intelligence check as John rolls a luck die.
Hello, there we go. Nice.
You know,
Nice.
you are a himbo.
I am a himbo. It's questionable if I can read at all. Even words I should know.
It's true.
Alright, well, if I can't read anything else, I'm gonna grab the silver book, and then I'm gonna find Kushim.
Kushim, can you be found?
Probably. I mean, predictable, I guess.
Yeah, you're doing
I'm
like
in
spell
my room
study,
writing
right?
a letter to my son, my child.
Oh, your child. I see. Nav, you kick down Kushim's door after locating it.
Kushim, you wanna have some fun?
Hello, friend Nav. Yes.
Cool. So, I was confused as to what a vampire was, so I went to the library, and there's like this really spooky book that has a lock, and then look, it has like, hey, don't die note on the back, so I thought this might be a fun group activity for us to try and not die again. But I also can't read it, because I don't know if I can read, so I also need your eyes.
Oh, okay. Let me take a look at it.
Yeah,
I take a look at it with my.
you take what part do you look at first?
The spine, I guess.
You look at the spine. This book is written in a language you don't know, but thanks to good ol', who is privately messaging me now? Gibby.
Probably the thing I sent a little
Fuck
few minutes
off.
ago.
Gibby.
Okay.
I'm not looking at stuff right now. Shopping's for next time. Kushim, you look at this glorious book. So many secrets. You can already sense the secrets. It's a scent that just rolls into your weird bug hole nostrils. It's beautiful. You look at the spine. And it's not even written in a language. They're just markings.
Weird.
Super weird.
Friend, this is no.
That or
longer-
it's a spell.
this is just-
You quickly realize when I look at your int. It's a spell in written format,
Yeah,
and all it needs
okay.
is a power source.
I examine it. I look. Maybe I ritually cast detect magic. Give some time.
You try to open the book, but it is locked. There is this weird metal locking thing in front of it.
Ritually cast to detect magic. Have Himbo do a dance with me. So.
Okay. You guys both do the monster mash in front of your desk. And yes, the book is indeed magical. Or at least the metal surrounding it is.
It tells me what kind of magic, right? Is it
Yes.
vocation or conjuration or something?
Yeah.
Blasty or protecty or...
Changey.
So there is a school
Okay.
that supersedes all other schools. There are a couple, but basically from this spell you get, or from this school you gain all the others. This is called the Alteration School. It is basically just like, yo, this shit is magic, dog. And then from there it's like, literally just how to fuel your spells. So like arcane energies and ethereal essence and stuff like that. It's some wizardy bullshit that you would be tertiarily aware of as a warlock, I suppose. But I mean, warlocks in essence are just casters who don't give a fuck to learn proper arcane bullshit. But you're a tome guy.
Yeah,
so.
we should find Ozark, I say.
Okay.
Well, Nav, you know where Ozark is.
Do I?
I
Or the
know
simulacrum in the library?
You know where his simulacrum is. Are you looking for?
I guess I'll grab it
are
and
you,
go back to the library.
Are you looking for Ozark Prime? The original one?
The original. The creator.
You're looking for the old man with wacky hair and weird glasses. Got it. Are you, like, on a secret hunt looking for him, or are you just, like... Well,
No. I'd probably, like, occasionally shout his name in the fucking hallway. And if there's any, like, roby people passing by me, be like, hey, you know Ozark? Yeah, you know where he is? Cool.
Okay. Well, Ozark will find you then, as you make yourself known to the entire academy, the Tyrant's Court, as it were, that you are in searching of Ozark, in need of tutorship? Well, an old man with, well, like an oldish young man who looks like a mix between Gandalf and Dumbledore, with crazy hair patterns, all different all the time. Changing, he has weird glasses that do the anime sheen of reflecting back for a moment before you see his eyes with a tilt of his head. He greets you two, warlocks. What is it you need from me?
Yeah, thanks for finding me. Yeah,
Yes,
this
you were
seems
quite
like
loud.
more. Yeah, I've been told that. This seems like more your wheelhouse than mine, but I didn't know what a vampire was, and like our last mission had like, God, it was fucking vampire this and vampire that, and I was so confused. So I asked your teenage self in the library to take me to like shit about the vampires, and I saw this like silver book, and then I was like, it had a sticky note, and it was like, hey, don't die, and I was like, that sounds like fun. So I took it to my other friend over here, but he can't read it, so he was like, hey, we should find Ozark, he probably knows about this. And so yeah.
Why didn't you just ask us about vampires? We could have told you.
Well, like, he was doing some other shit or whatever, I don't know.
Okay. What do you wish to know? As he, like, takes the book, or if you offer it to him, he will take the book, but...
Yeah, I just, it would have been, like, offered as I was doing the spiel.
He puts it in his robe and just sort of closes his armpit around it. Vampires, yes? Speak. You are speaking to an archive who is living. I have over 50,000 years of lived experience. Tell me.
So, like, vampires aren't frogs, right?
No.
Because, like, everybody's saying that Revik is a Revik is a vampire, but Revik's a frog, so, like...
Your frogman is becoming a vampire. Soon he will not be a frog.
What does that mean, though? Like...
It means he is transitioning from one biological life form to another. Hopefully his mental state, his ego, and his id will stay. But we never know when chemicals are involved.
Wait, so he could just, like,
You
go
know how,
crazy?
Like, when a rock becomes
Yes.
another rock?
Kind of,
Wait,
yes.
rocks do that?
You know how a diamond is just coal that has been clamped down over several thousand years, or with, well, one spell?
No.
I guess you don't.
No. No.
I'm sorry that you were dumb.
No, I beat things up and I fuck.
You will make a good hunter if you last long enough. That's basically all they fucking do. I hate those guys. Anyway. Anything else about vampires?
Oh.
Has that sated your
Like-
appetite for knowledge? Poor Zero.
Should I be
Runt.
worried?
Worried about what, exactly? That he will attack you,
You know.
and try to kill you?
Yeah.
Probably.
Seems like we should just kill him now. That's not a very...
That is a recommended course of action, but Unfortunately, he has sworn his allegiance and has become a citizen of Tolst, and so he is protected under the tyrant's decree and his childish fascination with keeping you fuckers alive.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
It's called having a
So-
heart, I'm told.
Oh, what's that?
He shrugs.
I won't keep this going. We can be done. I was just having my fun.
Runt, who's taking notes, is just like, oh, yes, keep going, please.
Why much to call me out like this?
Well then. He looks to Kashim. Anything you require? I see you have been looking at my ritual spells of the third circle.
Yes, friend.
No.
Actually,
I am not your friend.
can I... What?
I'm not your friend. Don't say that we are. It's dangerous for you.
I see.
Yes.
Okay, not friend.
You wink. Yes, exactly.
My eye
Perfect.
over my... to wink.
Your stipulation
Don't
is
have
sufficient.
eyelids.
You may call me not friend from now on.
Okay, not friend. I was actually wondering, can I bring my son to Tolst to have my child to Tolst? I would like to see him, them. Can we have
I'm
someone
not
pick them up?
stopping you. Sure.
Okay, thank you. Not friend.
Okay.
He'll shuffle away.
Alright. You shuffle away. Ozark vanishes via some sort of spell. And you all may enjoy your evening. I don't know how we are all on time. But if we have any last minute actions we want to do, information we want to gather before next session, where we figure out some stuff, go through a brief shopping list with Runt, and then go on to our next adventure, potentially?
The last thing, it's like the thing that I wanted to do before shopping, and as part of shopping, was trying to learn and discover, if there was one, where the underground, or like the underbelly, where the undesirables of society would live. Basically the other thieves and rogues in Tolst.
Who do you go to find about this? Or do you just go naturally exploring?
Who... I suppose this is more of a question I just have to figure out. I don't really know who that I know within the task force or within the Tyrant's Court that would be able to direct me to this. So I suppose, having already kind of figured that out in Maelstrom, I suppose he would just kind of go on his own, knowing the telltale signs of those kind of things.
Yeah. So, are you looking for, like... So, there are this organization called the Smugglers Guild. They are a multinational organized group which goes to, like, great lengths to profit off of stuff. Okay, so you're looking for just them?
I was gonna say like something like the Thieves Guild or something like that.
There's-
That sounds exactly like...
There's not... it's not really a guild. They call themselves a guild, but they are...
Yeah. Just
you,
like a
who
group
is a
of
rogue, know
you get
them
like
to be...
connections with.
Okay.
Kind of figure out what they're about. Like, if you want to buy things that are typically like illegal or something like that, like market
okay.
stuff.
You're looking for some...
Yeah, that's specifically what he's looking for.
Okay. Yeah. You can quickly find them, actually. They basically advertise themselves with posters written in Thieves' Cant everywhere. Just hidden, marks. No one's taking it down. It's not graffiti. They're just,
It just
out
seems
there.
like gobbledygook to everyone else.
Kind of. The police know about these guys. And as you, approach where these posters are advertising, like, hey, come here if you're looking for us, you see, a squad car there. Of, a jacked... So let's talk about how crime works in Klovisa, a place filled with magical people who are all some way, shape, or form a badass. Whether they're a shitter badass, they're compared to we normal mortal humans, everyone in Klovisa is magical. Including the Runt, including Zero the Fighter. That is a form of magic. The city guards we know from our generic fantasy are level 0 fighter shitters who, you know, dogpile people. In a modern city, you need actual badasses who can, like, fight people who have access to magical shit. So when you see, like, an actual police officer... Wow, my KBS is dying. Is my internet going out?
Yeah, you're lagging a little bit.
What the fuck?
Oh, you're good now.
Oh. That's super weird.
It was just for a second.
Yeah, okay.
well.
So, when you see the... Oh, rip. Fuck. Who'd we lose? The bot. Guys, we lost the bot. Everyone subtract 200
Told me not to...
experience.
You said not to keep the bot up, so I didn't.
Well... We needed him because Brood's gone. So, I'm sorry. When you see this guy just parked, watching the door to the Smugglers Guild, and people are going in and out of it like it's no big deal, you're kind of like, what? What is happening here? This is a very strange concept to you, Runt.
Can I walk up to this guy and just kind of...
The police officer?
Yeah, get a gauge of him.
Sure. Totally.
Oh, like, what does he look like?
What's
he outfitted with?
Just regular uniform of a city. It's just this blue garment, which is striped with white, showing that he is in fact a, you know, officer of the law. He has a badge on his, I guess, lapel. It's actually kind of small. It's not like a big, like, star, like, I'm Bashir.
Yeah.
It's just a simple thing. He has a hat and a jacket, which he is wearing to cut the wind, and he's just sort of sitting by, or leaning on his car door, like his passenger car door. And, you know, he sees you. You see him. He's a dude who looks capable of throwing down with anyone on the street.
I guess Runt will walk up to him and be like, what's happening in there?
He looks at you. He doesn't really look. He gives you, like, a glance. I just rolled to see his interest, and he's like, go on and beat it, kid. If you're here to buy drugs, go for it. Just fucking... What's the city coming to?
Can I flash my Tulst uniform at him?
So you're going at... I assume you were like...
I'm still wearing the stealth suit, but I have the uniform on me when I'm in Tulst, like in case I need to change into it.
So you just go to your backpack and you pull out a shirt.
Yeah, and I can just take it out and be like,
start dressing in front of this guy, and he's just watching you costume
I just kind of
up.
like show it. I just show it, be like, hey, I have this. I'm like an actual, like.
I don't care about your shirt, kid. He's disregarding you, Runt.
All right, and I will just attempt to walk past him at that point. Then.
Sure. He's parked across the street, so you can just, you know, go into the building. Yeah, you walk in. No big deal. No one questions that a dude who looks kind of like a child just walked into this drug den, apparently.
I'll take it.
You see a couple of dudes who are hanging out, who look to be like the center of attention. They are casually speaking with people, trading money, handing out just assortments of things. The smugglers look to be open for business in all sense of the word.
Alright, then I will do some buying and trading, but we can do that next time with everyone.
Perfect. Next time, I suppose. Zero, any last things you want to do?
Will I legitimately be able to train in flying the airship?
A frigate airship?
I know it's only like a week.
No.
Or at least being part of the crew.
This is... So, DD2 isn't even in Tulst right now. It has been... So you know how you guys are getting escorted by Irithyll? The raid team has more or less taken over DD2 and is currently assigned to transporting them as part of the crew's training. If Zero wants to become a pilot and, like, truly go into this, we are going to have to retire him for, like, a couple months for him to, like, learn the ins and outs of piloting this. This isn't like a on-again, off-again thing you can really do. It needs, like, concentrated time. So if we ever have, like, a 3-month period where we just need to do something, that's when Zero's, like, time to shine will be in terms of, like, training and getting the actual proficiency to do this.
Sounds fine.
It's
I don't
like
think
a
anything else,
9-week
really.
course. Okay. Dope stuff. Well, with that kind of disheartening note, we will see you all. Well, we'll see you guys again Thursday. Hopefully, we'll figure out what the fuck happened with Brood, with Revik's computer. If I need to FedEx him like a tablet or something, I don't know how that
No,
works.
he said in our group that he was.
laptop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or he's setting up an older computer.
Yeah, he might have a backup
Good shit.
for next week.
Because that'll be dope as fuck. I guess Saturday we'll see the political group. I had a one-on-one interview scheduled for this Friday. It was going to be a surprise, but the dude backed out. Sucks to suck.
Aw.
Yeah. So hopefully, our boy here, what's his face? Starset Galaxy will turn on his fucking phone and finally schedule something with me, because he's been hanging out as a reservist for like a week and a half now and hasn't like set up a date. Sucks to suck.
When will we be able to get something to do with our channel points? I have over 10,000 channel
I don't
points.
know what channel points are. Help me, Gibby. Help me run this
Okay.
shitty channel and I'll fucking do something with them.
Okay.
Guys with channel points, thank you so much for saving them. Once, you know, we have stuff, you'll just be able to spam shit all this time. Blow the fuck out of people. I
You don't know the gambling meta either?
I
Yeah.
don't. What's the gambling?
That's mainly what I was gonna. So basically, channel
Uh,
points are just something you accrue by watching someone.
Yeah.
You can do things like other streamers, so let's say you're a speedrunner, right? Someone can spend like 100,000 channel points to force you to restart a run, like, and do stupid shit like that. So like, on another aspect of it could be like, will this party TPK to the boss, or will this party decide to leave the dungeon early? And like, people who are watching can take bets on different outcomes that you decide. Like before, like, will the raiding team beat this creature, or will they TPK to it? And you can have that running for the whole stream, and then people will double their points essentially, or depending on like what the outcome is. So if everyone thinks the team's gonna TPK except for one person, and they don't TPK, that person basically like quadruples the amount of points that they put into the bet.
See, guys, I need like actual stream. I just like recording stuff and playing games with my friends. I don't know how to run a stream. So, people in the chat, people watching, if you know how to run a stream, hit me up. Even if you don't want to play, you know, I could use a producer. Come fucking find me.
I
Anyway,
think you found one in Gibby.
well, Gibby's a player. I don't know how much time he wants to spend doing this shit.
Oh, I see what you mean.
I mean, I do watch the other two streams, but that's
Oh,
something different.
You beautiful
Okay.
man. Just flaunting that in front of everybody.
I mean, yeah.
Well then, guys, that's it for me. Next Friday, I'll be on Greg's stream playing as Creature again. Trying to lawyer that passive perception should be a thing, or to get me out of the observant feed. So that's going to be fun. Well then, anything else from you guys? Want to say, shout out, call out, insult?
Shout out to Chad and his skateboarding monk for beating the shit out of a giant creature with his fists. And basically beating the shit out of it with a key, even though it's like 3 sizes larger than him. That was pretty funny to watch.
Pretty dope.
That's all I got.
So
I'd like
sorry.
to shout out to Gibby for being cool with being pushed in a hole.
I thought you were gonna do worse. I was waiting for something worse. I'm like, okay. I was waiting for you to honestly bury me alive with Mulder, then I would have been like, yes,
Whoa.
finally I've broken him. I was waiting for it.
John, I
waiting
wish
for
to
it.
cast inflict wounds at 3rd level. Just
But yeah, back to you for being cool as well, because I know I'm definitely morally pushing your character past some limits. So
Oof.
I appreciate you being
It's a good
cool. With
dynamic.
Shout out to Morals, by the way. Guys, having a human heart. Thanks so much for everybody who has a human heart out there in the world. Zero, where can we find you?
Poor souls.
Discord, twitch.tv/not on twitch.tv.
Oof. Well, Nav, when can we see you in the Air Force?
Never.
Fuck. God damn it.
They said no.
Oh,
No,
what?
they said no.
Jesus Christ.
Alright, man.
I'm sorry. Well,
So I'm trying reserves instead.
Gotcha. Oh, I laugh, but that's some bullshit. I did not mean to end us on that note. Guys, we'll see you fucking next.
Hey guys, we hit level 5. Isn't that
Oh,
exciting?
yes, level
And
5. Fuck it. All right, we're out. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Jesus.